Don't say anything to me. I can't hear without my glasses.
Bruh.
I'm
Speaking
gonna murder
of,
Gwen in the woods.
Huh? What'd she say?
don't worry about it.
Nothing.
Okay.
None yet. That's what she said. Whoa. Whoa. Izzy, do you want to recap last session for
Dude.
us?
Dude, what I
This
just
is-
say not to talk with me without my glasses, bro.
Put them on.
Put your glasses
cleaning
Get
them.
'em on.
I'm cleaning them. They're
recap
dirty.
for us. Or if you want, I could have you and Natalie roll for it and see which of you has to do recap, because
I'm
this
just
is
gonna
your
lose
area.
anyway.
This is your
Oh,
background.
my glasses are still dirty. Wow.
Her glasses are on. It's come on.
They're still
Stalling.
Natalie, take your glasses off.
Stalling.
I just no, because I'll have to take my headphones off to readjust It's a process.
Okay. What
Okay.
are we rolling?
I mean, we'll just say a D20. Whoever gets lower has to do the recap.
Come on, Nat. Let's do it.
Okay.
I got a
No.
nat 20.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
so for real right now.
You're lying. I
I'm
got a
so for
6.
real.
Ain't no way. Okay. Natalie, I'll give you a couple
got
of guiding
haste.
questions. So first thing, we've been traveling through Aeortia. I'll get you up to speed with where we're currently at. You guys wanted to take a little trip to Aeortia, thanks to Gwen. Wanted to visit her hometown. Ranth was going to help guide you guys. You teleported to Hillmount. You took a ferry across to this little village called Twintide, met up with Ranth there, and then went to Aeortia from there. If you will, please describe to us what Aeortia is like and what has happened in the past session that was at least important and of note. And then I will fill in any details that I can think of. And then you can also tell us what we're planning to do next, if you remember, because who knows, Gwen just kind of leading you guys around.
Gwen keeps her plans to herself.
No.
You haven't told me about them.
You're gonna go find some frogs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You didn't tell me what we're doing with them.
Extracting poison from them. Squeezing
All
it
right. What
out
do we
of them.
do? What do we do in the last hour, Thera?
We
Well, to be fair,
multiple
it's the
times.
last couple of days. You guys...
Listen, I don't remember what.
Okay. So we got there, and then we had to climb up this cliff, which I could not climb up because I'm not strong. But everyone else except Lucian was fine. But he flew. We found a lot of dinosaurs. The party was arguing a lot, and they attracted deadly animals to us, so we had to fight and run away multiple times. And Ranth flew around on a griffin, and she let her students almost die multiple times.
Great teacher.
Amazing teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we almost died multiple times pretty much sums up the entirety of what last session was.
That's true.
We got some
yeah.
poison. Ava and I could not get the poison without becoming poisoned.
And glow. We
And
glow.
glowing. I think we're going to a village next. I think we're almost at Gwen's place, but we're gonna have a pit stop somewhere first.
Yeah, we're gonna have a pit stop to find some frogs. Ava wants.
There you go.
And I think you forgot about the whisper weed too. That was
Oh yeah,
weird.
people heard things because of weed.
Yeah, that's
Because
how it is. Hearing voices.
oh,
No, that's
might
how.
have been
That's
laced
how
with something. I don't
Athera
know.
sees that.
Yeah, I'll fill in some details. Traveling through Aeortia, even with Ranth guiding you and Gwen and you like leading the group as natives, it is still treacherous, like you said. You've almost died multiple times. Everything seems to be out to kill you. Just to add some like little spaces in the traveling in between, you guys would probably be getting like grabbed by vines on the ground, smacked by leaves that don't seem to be like flung by anything. It's just the forest itself is reacting to your presence, and it doesn't seem to be entirely negative. It's just traveling through here is incredibly, incredibly difficult. You guys took a couple of days to get to where we are going to pick up from, and that is the village of Arbori. It is where Ranth is going to depart from the group. She's heading back home. You guys are going in a different direction. But luckily, Sivima is not too far away. So, Gwen, I would love for you to just lay the roadmap out for us, at least as much as you would tell the group. What are we doing in the next, day? What is the game plan?
Well, you said we were close to the grung, so we're gonna go find some frogs. And then after that, we're gonna head to my village. Well, yeah, Sivima.
Yeah. Fantastic. So, why take any more time? Let's kick it right off. You guys have been traveling for, I want to say it would take you about 5 days to get up to Arbori. And we're not going to do the entire thing because that would take us 20 sessions with all of the different combats that you would encounter and issues that you'd run into. So we're just going to say, being led by Ranth and Gwen and Aethera, you guys make it there relatively safe and sound. But to sum up the impact of traveling through this place, I would need everybody here. We already did 1 long rest. I need 4 constitution saves from everybody. And I'm not going to ask you the numbers.
4.
The DC is 12. On a failure, you guys... Or wait, hold on. Let me recalculate this. I'm not going to ask for 4. I'm going to ask for 3. On a success, you take 1 level of exhaustion. On a failure, you take 2.
+2.
Before you guys get too far, I would allow for those of you with higher wisdom than constitution to use that saving throw instead. So if you want to add those
fucking
bonuses
right.
in. So we'll just go down the list. I'll have you guys tell me how many levels of exhaustion you're currently rocking at. Like I said, a success is a level of exhaustion, other than a nat 20. Nat 20 don't take any. A failure is 2 levels of exhaustion. So some people might have 1 or 2. Some people might have 6 levels of exhaustion going into this. Using the homebrew rule, that's not going to immediately kill you. We'll just go down the list. Lucian, what are you rocking with?
4.
Ava?
5.
Damn. Leo?
3.
Gwen?
4, I
Rosaris?
think.
3.
And
I can do
Aethera.
math.
3.
Cool. So to describe the effects of these exhaustion levels, because I don't think we've ever had any this high before. Every level of exhaustion is a minus.
just if you take Rosaries out of the equation.
Yeah. Every single level of exhaustion is a -1 to every d20 roll you make. So if you have 4 levels of exhaustion, every time you roll a d20, subtract 4 from it. If you have higher than 3 levels, so 4 or 5, each level past 3rd is -5 to your movement speed and -5 to your max HP. So you guys do have the opportunity to rest a little bit and get rid of some of these levels in the village that you're going to be at. But while you are traveling out in the village, or not in the village, in the wilderness of Aeortia, you do not get such a pleasure of relieving these levels of exhaustion out and about. So we won't waste any more time. You have your levels of exhaustion. Let's pick up in the nice, tiny little town. This is just a quaint little village of Arbori. It's quiet. It's calm. It's located in a nice little, less dense part of the woods. You guys sit there. You rest in an inn. Ranth meets you guys the next morning. She's like, hey, I'm heading back to Silva's Altel. It is to the west of here. I'm going to have to travel for a couple hours today. You guys are heading north. We'll split up here. It was great seeing you. I will see you guys, in the upcoming semester. But she
Bye.
departs from the group, leaves you guys to your devices. And from there, you guys can take it away. You can either sit here and rest for a little bit longer, knock out some of these levels of exhaustion, or you can start traveling again immediately.
What do you guys want to do? Right, keep going.
I need
Would
to
you recommend?
sleep. Or somebody's carrying me.
Yeah, Ava doesn't look too well.
I need my beauty rest. I'm not feeling beautiful right now.
I can carry you if you want.
Okay, I'm gonna sleep in your arms.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
So we're not waiting here?
I don't know. That's up to you guys. Take a vote. I don't care either way.
Would you just
How
take up
far
one
is
level
our
exhaustion?
Per night.
I can
How
crack
far
on then.
is our next destination?
Good point.
Shorty, how far is it?
So you're stopping by the Grung village and then heading
Yes.
towards Sivima. I want to say it would take you guys probably about 2 hours to get to the Grung village, and then about 4 or 5 to get to Sivima. So it'd be like pretty much a full day's travel with that stop.
2 hours to find the frogs that Ava wants to see, and then like 4 hours maybe to get to Sivima.
I don't want to see them. I want to squeeze the poison out of them.
Is that how it works?
You're going to squeeze the frogs.
Yes, I'm
What
going
he
to
wants to do.
extract the poison from them.
Okay, but that's a
You
nicer way of
I
saying
I
it.
really hope you
Okay.
ask for consent first, because that's pretty rude.
To a
You could have
frog?
that.
I guess I
Yeah.
could ask Athera too? Wait, no, they're not gonna let me squeeze them to death. I'm not asking for
You're gonna
consent.
squeeze them to death. No.
I don't know how
This
hard
is
you have to
escalating.
squeeze to get the
Sorry.
poison to come out.
You just like freak them out a bit, and then just collect it.
Freak them out.
You don't have to kill
Let
them.
them bite you.
Oh. Right. Well, I guess I could do that.
I don't know. My vote is to get this over with. We can rest at your village.
Yeah, you can rest at the
Agreed.
orphanage or somewhere else if you want.
Agreed.
All right, Ava, you want to be carried?
Oh, yeah. If it's gonna help. I need my
All right.
strength to squeeze the poison out of them.
I'm just gonna lift her up and toss her over my shoulder.
This happens a lot, oddly. You, Rosaries?
This only takes one arm. If you want me to carry you bridal style, it takes both. So, I don't know. Do I get something for holding you the other way?
What? You want what? You want
got
money?
food,
Are you-
money?
You're
yeah.
wow. You're making me pay you now.
Listen, I might get even more tired just from carrying you. So,
All right. How about while you carry me over your shoulder, I'll like give you a little massage. Give you a little massage.
okay, sure.
Going to fall asleep.
I don't know how you can like massage my scales, but yeah.
Well, it's a good thing we have what, 2 hours? I'll figure it out.
All right, have fun back there.
Just don't like shed or something. I don't know. What do you do? You shed?
That's a secret.
Oh,
She
okay.
definitely sheds. She's like
Yeah.
a lizard.
My medical history is private, so
Oh, HIPAA. Shoot, sorry.
yep,
Hippo?
Yeah, okay.
HIPAA.
I won't ask any more questions.
Hippo. The animal.
Well, Gwen, if you're carrying Ava especially, I just want to let you know that if you're
Oh, no.
leading the group to this Grung village, you're going to be making a survival check to guide everybody there without forced interference, without running into any combat,
Without tripping and falling and hitting my face on the ground.
without a lot of bad things happening.
Okay.
So a couple of things just to make sure that you know what you're agreeing to. You have those levels of exhaustion that are going to take away
Yep.
from that. And carrying Ava is either going to give you a level of exhaustion or disadvantage on the survival check.
But
take
the
the exhaustion.
massage neutralizes that?
That's a good question.
If I do a really good job?
Yeah, if you can massage.
I almost want to make you roll for the massage, but that feels so crazy.
But I have a minus
No, you should.
5.
You should.
Yeah. Give me a sleight of hand
Do it.
check. Let's see.
Shoot. Okay. Oh,
I
I'm
would like
good
to
at
preface,
that.
I'm sitting on Aegon this entire time they're having this conversation.
But Aegon
Yes.
would try to eat me.
I thought you said you're shitting. Shitting? You're sitting on a
Whoa.
gun. My bad. Whoa. My bad.
Hey,
Wrong.
I-
No.
Hey, I treat my animals right, okay? I don't do that.
Okay. Okay, so what's... Okay, so that's 19 minus 5.
14.
Minus.
I have
Crazy.
minus 5. But it would have been really good if I wasn't so tired. I
You
would
want
have
my
been
survival
able to
check?
get in those scales.
Oh my gosh.
So 14 was your total?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not horrible.
Pretty good stuff.
No, this is just pretty good massage.
It's above
What if I
average.
give her
It's
my
above average.
my boar bristle brush so she can get some of the dirt out between?
You're clean and your shoulders feel great while you are
Hell
carrying
yeah.
her for 2 hours through this.
Gwen, you're looking especially blue.
Thank you.
I'm doing a
Yeah.
good job. I got you.
Anyway,
It was just like
you want my
dusty.
survival check?
yeah.
I got a 27.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Hey.
With the
Nice.
subtraction from the levels of exhaustion?
Oh, what's that? What is it? I forgot.
Oh no!
How many levels of exhaustion do you have?
Minus 10.
I got 4.
So subtract 4 from whatever you roll.
Okay. What is that? 23?
A 23
That's
is still
still really
pretty
good.
good. Yeah, that's still
Yeah.
going to get you there. You guys travel for about 2 hours. You head north a little bit until you hit a river that's really close to Arbory. You follow the river east, so not towards where you're going, but it's not directly away from it either. You guys will just have to cut through a different section of the forest to get there. Eventually, after a while of trudging through this marshy Amazon rainforest style setting, you begin to hear the distant croaking and movements. You hear rustling in bushes. When you motion to the party for everybody to get really quiet and to walk really carefully, the sound of the river muffles you guys. But you slowly see this little dingy set of habitats. I don't even want to call it a village because that's not what it is. These little houses are made of sticks and leaves and mud. They are poked into the ground and set up by the river. And you guys see these little 3.5, 4 foot tall frog people wearing little bits of leather and leaves forming what look to be clothes, almost like they saw someone wearing it and tried to copy it, but it obviously does not look anything like what they were going for. They are various colors. You see blue and green and red and yellow and gray, all of them walking around talking to each other. Some of them are like carrying little hand-woven baskets of fish that are falling apart at the seams. Some of them are carrying more sticks to build these other little huts. This is a small little grung village that you guys seem to have successfully found, thanks to Gwen. So Gwen, you're leading the group. You see this village come into view, if you want to call it a village. They have not spotted you yet. On a 23 survival, I'm going to just give you that. How do you guys go about approaching this? And, I mean, I know why Ava wants to be here. So, what's your plan to wrangle one of these things to extract some of its oil?
We're extracting oil from these things.
Okay.
Guys, they're basically people.
Wait,
Be quiet, guys. Be quiet.
wait.
I need you to keep an eye out for frogs because they live here. The ones you're looking for, Ava. All right?
Oh, it's not the 3.5 foot
See
things.
them.
Those
You can't squeeze them.
the
It's too
things the
big.
things that are like humanoid? Are those grugs?
Why
Gwen.
don't you ask?
Gwen,
That's cool.
I thought these were gonna be frogs, little hopping frogs that I could
They
grab
are frogs.
and squeeze. They
And
are
we can-
standing up. They're wearing clothes. One has a bucket of fish. I now know why you told me I have to ask for consent, because that would be wrong.
I'm sure you could still do it. You just gotta, ask.
Just squeeze?
Disgraced.
Maybe they have a
I don't
way
know.
Sorry.
to like make it come out without being squeezed.
They.
Like
You just
spitting.
give one like a little arm massage.
Oh, I don't want to think about how or where it comes out of. I.
Well,
This
on
is-
normal frogs, it like comes out of glands near their necks, like their heads.
Okay, is that what
Frogs
happens?
don't really have necks, so maybe it's the same for
What
grung.
do you need to make it come out? Do you need to?
I ask, like, hey,
Go
can
on!
I get some of this stuff
Ah.
from you guys?
How to
Then what
oil
would you say?
them? I thought I
I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna walk out to where they are.
thought I could just squeeze them.
Does anyone speak Brung?
Aethera, you walk out from behind like the trees and bushes that you guys are all huddled behind. You start walking up to this village, and it takes them a good second. They are not incredibly perceptive, despite being like animals in a super dangerous forest. You start walking around, and one of them like passes by you, and then like makes a noise at you, and then stops, turns around, and just goes, "Meh," and then sprints off into the woods. Like running, flailing, hands up. He drops his basket of fish.
Right.
They flop back into the river. Gone. He sprints away.
Wait,
Nice
wait, wait!
going,
My
Sarah.
friend just wants to squeeze you or something.
Come
What?
on, run. Okay. Gwen, how do you suggest? Did I just tackle one?
No.
Oh,
What?
okay. Well, give me an idea. I have a dagger. I have rope. I mean, do we take one and we can take one with us and continue to extract its oil as we go along until it probably dies.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, you're
These are
right.
people.
We would have to feed it a little bit too to keep the oils and stuff. Probably. I don't know what they eat.
Fish.
Oh, these are people. Yes, that's right. Okay.
Could maybe, bring their basket of fish back to them that this one dropped on the ground.
Is it tiny? Can I pick it up?
Yeah, I mean, these
just a
guys are
little-
like halfling sized. They're very small.
Well, that's bigger than I was picturing.
Yeah, they're like 3.5, 4 feet tall. They're not tiny. They are just small,
They're big.
kind of humanoid. They're not built like humanoids.
That's only like 1 foot shorter than me. That's really big.
That you're just small.
Hey! They're just big. Shut up.
Yeah, I mean, this basket isn't very big. It's like, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet across.
I'm gonna pick it up and like start walking in towards the village, and I'll be like, "Wait, you forgot your fish."
Go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Animal. Are they
Why?
humanoid or are they animals?
What's going on, Jordan?
You're
Wow.
confusing.
I think some racism going on
Very
here.
confusing.
No.
Yeah. A 19.
Ooh, pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
It's like I'm good at that or something.
You start walking with the basket like further in where a couple of these pseudo houses are, and then they all like run and scream. They hide. They like try to shut their doors, but then they slam it and it like falls off, and then they like pick it back up and just hide behind it.
No.
You're walking forward, and then one of them, clearly younger, much more naive, this tiny little guy. I'm gonna roll to see what color he is. Just this little, like, vivid, dark green. He's got, like, these piercing, like, yellowish, greenish eyes. Like, maybe 2 feet tall. Walks up to you and just... Bleep.
Hi. I'm gonna sit down so that I'm like more on his level. Or can you speak this language, or is it hello?
He just stares at you blankly. Like,
I'm just gonna walk
huge
up behind
eyes,
Aeortia.
one eye
I'm following
blinks,
Gwen.
and then the other eye blinks like half a second later.
I'm gonna use speak with animals and see if that makes a difference.
Sure.
Hello, can you understand me now?
Let me hold on. I gotta look up speak with animals really quick because I know that
I
there's.
thought they just spoke grung, like.
Well, humanoid.
Hold on now. Okay, it doesn't say they have to have. Oh no, the knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but they can give you information. What do you ask the grung as you cast speak with animals?
Hi, can you understand me now?
You. Yes.
Me. Okay. Do you have... Are your parents around?
He looks around. Hmm.
Okay. Where do you live?
Looks around again. Kind of vaguely gestures at the village. That way.
Athera, tell
Oh.
him to give me his oil.
It's a child.
Yeah, you can't.
So
Don't
what?
do
It
that to
still
a kid.
produces
That's
oil.
weird.
I'm this
Oh
many.
yeah, that is.
He holds up. His hand has like 3 fingers on it, but he holds up 2 of them.
Can you take me to your parents? I have a question for them. And some fish.
Okay. He holds his hand up.
I will like I can take his hand, like that's who
Yeah.
he wants to leave me. Okay, I'll take his hand.
Cool. You grab his hand. It is slimy and wet, but you grab onto it. His fingers wrap around yours. You feel the like coating of his skin start to seep into yours. Can you make me a Constitution saving throw,
Oh my
please?
gosh.
Oh, see,
Equivalent
That
of Gwen
slimy
licking a
little
plant.
oil.
Yeah.
What is this? A 12.
Fantastic.
No.
Your legs don't stop working, but you suddenly like your body goes rigid and you can't move. Your feet feel stuck to the ground. And then the grung looks back at you as like he's trying to pull you and grabbing you by your arm. Your legs just won't move, and he just goes, "Did you forget how to
Right.
walk?"
Can I just like scoop up Athera, actual like bridal style this time, and just like nod at the grung and be like, "Come on, keep going."
You can, and Athera's skin is starting to emit like the sweat that she is pouring out is very sticky. Athera, you can no longer
Ugh.
walk. You can't move at all, actually, unless you are technically climbing or making jumps. So you can walk on all fours, you can climb, and you can jump, but you can't walk.
Can't do any of those right now when I'm
So
old
you
enough.
like stick
Gwen,
to
I don't
Gwen's
feel
scales.
well. Gwen, did you get sticky?
No.
I didn't. Why are you holding me? This is weird.
Yeah, you're not making her
Because
pay.
you touched him, and now look at you.
What's...
The grung
I think
reaches
she
up,
looks fine.
it grabs Athera's foot and starts leading you guys off.
Oh no.
Okay.
You guys walk a little bit, and so you reach one of these little huts. The door is like slightly sideways, almost like just pushed into the space. The rest of the house is just built with like sticks and a couple leaves covering the top of it. But the grung walks up and then smacks his hand on the door, and then it starts to like fall in, and he comes with it because he sticks to it. And then he stands up again. There's 2 grungs inside who are like holding each other, shivering, so afraid as you guys walk up. And then he looks up at you guys, points at you, and then Athera, you understand it, but he says to his 2 parents in there, he's like, "I found a friend." Gwen, what sort of check do you want to make to see if these grungs like remember you?
For me to make?
Yeah. Like, how do you want to go about it? Do you want to like kneel down and try to convince them, like, "Hey, remember me"? Or do you want to go like animal handling? But yeah, I'm asking you.
No,
like,
I'm gonna try to do like remember me sort of thing. And as I'm like talking to them, the rest of the party might notice that like I'm using more of my hands and facial expressions as I'm speaking to them, since I don't speak Grung.
I'm
still speaking in common.
I was gonna say I was gonna give you some options. You could either roll me an intelligence check to try to mimic some Grung, or you could roll me like a persuasion check.
I guess, persuasion.
Let's see it.
Can I help? Because I'm
mean,
like translating.
Yeah, you
Can I
have
give
speak
her?
with
I'll
the-
give her help.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Okay, cool.
This would have been so much nicer if you told me you knew them
Okay.
before.
That is trying to do math. So 18 minus 5 would be 13.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That's including the exhaustion
yep.
and my -1 to persuasion.
That's 12. Please tell me.
no, it's 13. That's all included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
13
All
total.
inclusive.
Yeah.
Please tell me exactly what you say, because Athera is translating it.
I stayed here before once. Do you guys remember me? I'm friendly.
They stop shivering, and then one of them who has their hand over the other one's eyes, like they peel it off and they look up and they just, Athera, you hear them just go like, "Oh my god, it's the dragon lady!" They both stand up and like run to you. They are both going to attempt to hug you.
Oh no.
Wait, Gwen, careful.
Oh no.
Gwen,
I'm letting it happen.
you have advantage, but I need 2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay. First one pretty good. 14?
That is exactly enough to pass the first one.
Yeah, let's go!
Oh my-
All right, so roll again then.
Yeah, I gotta have 2 of them. There's 2 of them hugging you.
Okay, this one's not as good.
Then it's not gonna work.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not gonna work. So.
Oh, Ava and Leo are green. Gwen, they
I'm
run up and hug you, and
I'm not
you
trying
kind of
to.
embrace them back a little bit, and you feel some of the oil like kind of get underneath your scales, and you feel it seep in. Nothing happens yet. Are you still holding Athera?
Yes.
Okay. You look back over at Athera. What is your biggest fear right now? Like, what would
Mine?
Yeah, what would scare the shit out of Gwen to the point where she would
Oh
drop
my
Athera?
Oh my
I guess like one of the druids from her childhood just coming in and attacking her.
You look over at
Yeah.
Athera, and her head is an owlbear.
Shit. I immediately drop her.
works.
You drop Athera on the grungs, they all splatter. You turn around to the
Gwen!
group. Every single person in the party has the head of an owlbear right now.
Oh no.
Gwen's gonna run to the river.
Gwen, where are you
going on?
going?
It's happening. I need you.
Gwen,
Come back.
Gwen drops
Can
Athera
I-
on these 2 grungs. They just go, ow! They stand
I'm
back
sorry.
up. They like move. They like go to touch you, Athera, and help you up, and you reject it. Gwen, you sprint down and you just dive in the river.
Yep.
Oh my.
Gwen, what are you doing?
Athera, can you just? She's gonna pull out some vials. Can you just tell them to like oil themselves into these or something?
I'm a little bit concerned about what happened to Gwen first.
Okay, but like first, can you please do this so we don't have to come back? Just-
I'll take the vials and I'll turn to the grung.
Grung.
Grung. I'm sorry, this is highly awkward and weird timing, but I'm being controlled to ask. Would you mind putting some of your sweat in these vials?
They like tilt their heads a little bit at you, going opposite ways, and one of them goes, "You want a skin water?"
Yes.
Okay. It reaches out. They grab it. They give you, I'm gonna say a total of, we'll say 2 each, so 4 vials of grung oil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand that to
I'm
Ava, and when
okay.
I'm doing that, I'll be like, Is there anything we can give you in return?
I'm going to look at Aetheria and go, hypocrite.
Excuse. I don't have to do this.
When I use some body fluids, it's weird, but when you do it, it's fine.
I asked and gave them an option. They could have said no.
And they didn't for anything. So let's
Trying to
go.
be nice.
I feel like blood is also very different from like an oily secretion.
I'm gonna
Look, weird.
take the basket of fish that I have and give it to them.
Oh, thank you. I dropped this earlier.
Oh my gosh.
They take it back. They put it in their
Okay.
house. They like attempt to fix their door. They like spit on it, and their like sticky saliva kind of sticks it to the wall a little bit. If they try to open
Okay.
it, it's immediately gonna fall apart. But it works for now. But they like wave by to you, and they're like, "Bah, thank you." And
We should probably
kick
go
you guys out.
see what's wrong with Gwen, huh?
I think I need to do what Gwen did and rinse off.
Yeah, well, I'm carrying you, so.
I'll
know.
just pick you up. That's fine.
Thanks. We're sorry.
hey, Ava, before we get any further, I don't want to
No.
forget this. The
Stop.
4 vials that you got, 2 of them are
Okay.
green, 2 of them are
Green.
orange.
Ooh, orange, okay.
I
Gwen, are
really
you
wish
still
I-
alive?
Why?
Am I, Shorty?
Wait,
I mean, you're still.
can I go
alive.
back?
Am I still an owlbear?
Dead, floating in the river.
Give me
Face down.
another Constitution save with advantage. I'll say
Okay.
you running down there and washing off. We'll give you another one.
Ooh, nat 20!
Ooh, yeah, you're good.
Let's go!
You wash your face off, you rinse off, you get the oil off of you, you're good. You turn back, you see Aethera, and the owlbear feathers kind of poof and dissipate one by one. Just and Aethera's face is there. The rest of your party is they're normal again.
Oh, okay. Well, that didn't happen last time.
You good?
Yeah, I think I'm good now.
You're all friendly with them, and
dropped
then you
me.
just dropped Aethera and ran.
It was their poison. Something happened. Don't worry about it.
Is that does getting in the water help? Because I would very much like to walk again.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
Aethera,
does
did you
not
like
convince
bear
me.
crawl down towards the river?
No, I think we're sorry
Just
to
picked her
carrying
up.
her.
Yeah.
I wanted her to, but then Rosari's had to be nice.
My bad.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
I'll gently put Aethera down at the edge of the river.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in and try and wash off the stuff.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Give me another con save with advantage. I think this is only supposed to last for a minute, so even if I honestly, no matter what,
Is it over? Because I rolled terrible.
yeah, we're gonna say that it's over. It's only supposed to last a minute, and the scene definitely lasted for a minute.
Okay, well now I'm all wet. Are we done here?
What are we doing? Are we sleeping now? I got
No,
one.
we have to get to Gwen's orphanage.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and apologize to the grung for dropping you on them
Don't-
and give them
Did
this
you-
bag of trail mix as she lifts up her hand and there's a wet bag
Oh, no.
that she just lifts out because
They're gonna
you
love
know she ran in there. Oh, shit's wet now.
If you see a color other than green and orange, ask them to give you their sweat.
I would have to do like a lot of miming.
No, all you
To
have to
get
do
them
is
to
take
do
a
that.
vial out and kind of just like rub it on yourself or something and just give it to them. Maybe they'll just
Why don't you
mimic
do it?
It's true.
Why do I have to do it? Why can't you do
Because
it?
you're their
Ava?
friends. You know them. They feel comfortable with you.
Yeah, but you're like with me, so should be
Never
fine.
mind.
Do you just not like asking for consent or something?
I just,
You gotta make other people do it for you.
yeah, that's what I like to do.
Bit weird.
I can take that. Yeah, I'm a little weird.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. Anyways, I'm gonna go apologize to the grung and give them trail mix. And if they try to hug me again, I'm just kind of gesture to them to not do that.
That's kind of rude.
You're rude.
Is there?
I don't want to hear that come from you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Gwen, you walk back up, you knock on the door, they open it and it falls off the hinges. Not even hinges, it falls off the wall again, so they just set it to the side. You mime a sort of like apology and they go to hug you and you kind of, no, I'm fine. And they're like, oh, okay. And they just hug each other. And then
You!
kind of, they're like 2 or 3 steps away from you and they just kind of like wave at you and stare at you blankly, their eyes just kind of blinking randomly.
I give them the wet bag of trail mix.
They super ecstatic. They are so excited. They
Yes.
immediately open it and start
They
tearing
better.
into it.
Nice.
They hand you the bag back.
Alright, thank you. Bye.
And you take poison
Head out
damage
now.
from the bag.
No. Don't bring that up.
There's an owlbear in the bag.
Oh, shit.
All right. Any attempt to get any more oil? I know, Ava, you were asking Gwen. Is there anything else?
Is there a red one nearby?
I want
I mean,
more.
you
Is
guys
there, like,
see
red,
all the different
blue?
colors. There's like
What different colors are there? How many?
blue, gold, green, orange, purple, red.
Oh,
There's
I want all of
rainbow.
the colors. Okay. And I'm going to give everybody, well, I'm going to give Rosaries, I'm going to give Athera, and I'm going to give Gwen vials. Okay?
You better
Now
be
we all
doing stuff
gotta
yourself.
What?
You better be doing some of this yourself.
No, I got one too, okay? It's just gonna go
Okay.
faster if we all go up to a purple, gold, red, or and blue one, and we just try to mimic, like, putting our sweat into it so they hopefully do it. Just, okay?
Okay.
Do this for me, please, please. Looking at Rosaries,
Okay.
please.
Even though
I
you
mean-
tried to steal our winnings from the arena, but
I didn't.
okay.
I never did that.
I'll go
I was
over
giving it
to-
4.
Yeah, right. I'll go to Rosari's and I'll be like, here, I'll get yours for you since you made sure that I didn't have to bear crawl across. Here,
Okay.
give me your vial.
Okay, you can have it. I'm gonna keep Aegon away from the village. He looked hungry.
yeah, Aegon, big ol' like hellhound dire wolf looking thing, constantly just kind of creeping around, scaring the hell out of some of the grungs, but you take them off, you keep them sated. All right, who's doing what? What checks are we making?
I'll look for a red and purple one that are like near each other, and I still can talk, so I'm just gonna ask them, hey, can I have some of your body water?
Give me persuasion with advantage, or animal handling with advantage. I'll take either one.
You know which one I'm taking.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, asking the druid which one she'd rather do. That makes sense.
All right. 25.
Hell yeah.
And that is with the minuses.
That's with them. Okay, yeah. They immediately take the vials and they're just like, okay, bottle water. And they kind of scrape some of the oil off of their skin, fill it up. You got red and what was the other one?
Purple.
Purple? Okay.
You should just stay at this village for a few sessions. Make sure.
I'll bring it back to Ava, and then I'm just gonna watch the others to see if I need to do any other translating.
Please don't stay here for long because the last time I used this voice in a D&D session, I cried laughing and we had to stop for 20 minutes. It was so rough.
Should have a whole conversation.
Ask them about their church. I'm sure they have a church.
It's true.
Everyone has a
The
church.
Church of the
Good question.
Grung.
Wrong church.
Well, I already forgot what type of grung she told me to get, so I'm just gonna go to a random one.
I think red or blue.
No, I got
Just
red.
going to a random
No,
one.
no, shit.
Blue and gold,
Gold.
are the only two left.
Blue and gold.
I don't know this. I'm going to a random one.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what, give me
No.
any die roll, and odds will be blue, evens will be golds.
Any die roll? What?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
odd blue,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
gold.
yeah. I'm gonna do this bad boy right here. I never use this one.
Please be blue.
That's in even.
Oh, that's gold. All right.
Why did you want blue?
You go up to a gold grung. I'll let you also decide what check to make here. It could be persuasion. It could be animal handling.
Animal handling.
I'll
But
say
I'm just gonna like pantomime the whole thing. I'm gonna like point at them, point at the vial, and then like rub it against my arm, and then point it back at them, and then hand them the vial.
Give me an animal handling with advantage.
Nice. Okay, where that at? 16 with my exhaustion.
Ooh, that is definitely going to do it. You walk up, you hand the vial there. Ava, you can add 1 gold grung oil into your inventory.
Okay.
And is that
Now it's
it?
no. I need the last one.
Ava's
Blue.
gotta do it.
If you want to
And
hunt
now
down a blue grung, you absolutely
I'm
can.
doing it. I am doing it. I'm gonna
Please,
get
About
it.
time.
In incredible detail, describe to me how you approach this blue grung and ask it for its body water.
So she's gonna go up to it, you know, slowly, cautiously, and just be like, "Stop! Don't move! Don't move!" And I'm just gonna like keep on doing "Don't move" and stop.
It starts doing it back.
I'm gonna take the vial and just be like, "You have something on you," and I'm just gonna like kind of.
After you finish your sentence and you start to move towards it, it basically screams as loud as it can. Like all you hear is just a.
I'm scared.
Every time you move towards it.
I'm getting it for you. I'm getting the. There's a bee. Bee.
It's just
I'm gonna just try to. I'm fast. I'm pretty fast. I'm gonna go for it.
I'll let you
Oh
do
my
sleight of
God.
hand. You got this thing
That's
like
so
sitting
cool.
there miming you, just screaming over and over again.
I'm just gonna keep on trying to distract while I do this.
Please give me
Okay.
that sleight of hand.
I was really hoping you'd let me use sleight of hand. Okay, so 19 plus 11 minus 5.
25.
Jeez.
25. You hit the nastiest juke on this thing. You're sitting there and it's copying your every move, screaming when it does it. You turn around and so does it, but then you turn back around before it notices and you just like scrape the vial across the back of its like shoulders and neck, get it full of oil, cork it, and then sprint off. And then it feels it, turns around, and just goes, and then it sprints off in the other direction. This is going on the internet. I'm embarrassing myself for life with this.
Good.
This is awesome.
This is great. I'm glad we stopped here.
Okay. Do you want me to read out what all the different colors do now that you have them all? Or do you want it to
but
just surprise the party?
oh, I want a surprise. I love surprise.
Okay. So we'll keep
We're
it
gonna die.
hidden. When you use them, just tell me what the color is, and then you can read the
Color,
effect,
okay.
or I can. But you have 2 green, 2 orange, and 1 of the rest. There's only 6 that I have. So with that, is there anything else that you guys would like to do in the little Grung village that we're in before heading off to Sivima?
I'm good.
No, let's get out of here.
Fantastic.
Before we
You
go,
guys-
I want to sorry, I want to cast something I haven't really done before. It's my summon mind thing. So I can conjure forth the mind of my awakened spellbook, and it can float in front of me 60 feet and has 60-foot dark vision and creates 10 feet of dim light. So can I just put that in front of whoever's sort of walking, sort of help them with it?
Oh yeah, for sure. That'd actually be huge. I'm gonna say that's gonna give we'll say that gives Gwen advantage on this survival check.
Dick.
Which is gonna help quite a bit. So yeah, the awakened mind goes ahead. It creates a little bit of light that helps you see Gwen. You already have dark vision, but it does still emit a little bit of light so that you can directly see where you're walking. So as you guys head to Sivima, which is gonna be a couple hours, go ahead and give me a survival check. And I'm gonna set the stakes first. A 25 or higher, nothing happens. A 20 or higher, we're gonna say that an encounter happens along the way. We're not going to run that encounter, but I'll have each of you either take like a level of exhaustion, some damage, lose some spell slots, stuff like that. And then every integral of 5 below that, another encounter. So 15 is 2, 10 is 3, 5 is 4. You just roll, I'll tell you what happens, but I'm letting you guys know the numbers now.
I got a 15.
Okay. So that'll be 2 encounters. We can say this. Everybody take 2d6 damage, and just say that in the travel there, you guys lose a little bit of health, and then either expend a total of up to a level 3rd spell slot, so it could be 3 first levels, a first and a second level, blah blah blah, or take another level of exhaustion.
All I heard was take another level of exhaustion. I blinked out everything else.
I blanked out there.
I was too busy rolling my dice. Sorry, Shorty.
The alternative
You told
was
us
spell
to do
slots.
something and then...
Yeah,
Up
you're
to-
probably doing exhaustion.
Up to 3 levels of spell slots.
Wait, we take 2d6 and then...
Or I'll say spell slots.
Spell slots. Spell slots.
Exhaustion.
Come on, guys.
Or other, you can take another 2d6 of health. So I'll let you guys pick what you're doing. But I will just ask before we move on, how is the party looking? Like, is anybody dangerously hurt? I mean, the exhaustion's getting to you guys. I'm going to give you the opportunity to sort of describe how your characters are feeling, what they're doing. The travel is taking it out of you. You guys aren't, you know.
If I have
You're
5
best.
levels of exhaustion, do I have minus 10 to my HP?
Yes. And to
I
your
hate
movement
you.
speed.
I hate you.
I bet you do. I tried to make it clear that traveling through Aeortia was no easy feat. But you guys are doing it anyway.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
No, I'm almost dead. What are you talking about?
Well, I gave you guys the option to come. You didn't have to come.
If Gwen went by herself, she probably would have died. Let's be real here.
Yo, that's crazy. I traveled myself to
Gray
get to
render.
Earl Loomis. I don't want to hear it.
That's true. That's true. Actually, let's
True,
take it the
true.
other way. Imagine traveling through this place by yourself without a guide like Ramth and getting all the way out. Gwen did that. Canonically speaking, Gwen is just a badass.
Yeah. You guys are holding me back.
All right.
Now I really am.
So
Yeah.
the next few hours, I'm not going to say they fly by because they really don't. They trudge on. But for us, we're going to skip over them because that would be boring. You guys are a little
Oh.
bruised and beaten. Oh,
I rolled
What happened?
2 6s for the 2d6 damage.
Ew.
Damn.
Yikes.
Wow.
If it makes you feel
Ava's
better, I
like
also rolled a
actually
six.
like not able to walk, I don't think, at this point. She is not looking good.
yeah.
You want me to hold you again?
Yeah. Or drag me.
Yeah,
I don't
what
care.
is that?
Yeah,
I'll
you
hang on to your
guys,
tail.
you are covered in cuts and scrapes and bruises. You are trudging through this forest, exhausted. You're sweaty and you're tired. It's so warm. You guys, it's the middle of the summer in a tropical rainforest. You are pouring down sweat, especially if you're wearing armor. It's not a fun time. The sight of this little sleepy village nestled up against the side of this small little mountain range with its rocky terrain, the trees are more sparse, they kind of decorate the mountain as they go up just in sprinkles. Getting out of that super lush, dense environment, you breathe a sigh of relief, and Gwen, you welcome the rest to the village that you spent a lot of your childhood in Sivima. It has plenty of trees and nature to go around, but it's not nearly as dangerous or deadly as the forest was. So, Gwen, I will actually just let you guide us around. And if you have any questions, I'll gladly answer them. But you can answer the group's questions probably as well as I can.
Can I? I'm just making them up as I go. Shorty.
Hey, that's all being a DM is. So
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
feel bad.
Before we get into
Only
this,
thing I know, orphanage. That's it. That's all I was ever
That's what
told.
it is.
There's one building in the village.
It's just the orphanage.
Oh my
Natalie,
God.
It's a bunch of orphan kids.
I'm gonna like just come up behind Ava and just without saying anything, I'm just gonna touch her shoulder and you get 14 healing.
Oh,
Nice.
that feels so good. Keep on rubbing my shoulder, Athera, please.
is that what that massage was like earlier? Wow.
Mhm. I could add some healing into it, but
All
so
right.
this is
Anyway,
it, huh?
yeah. Welcome to Sivima, guys.
Ooh.
This is where I spent a good portion of my life.
To kind of set the scene for you to build off of, it is not a big city. It's not even a city. It is a village, and I mean that in the most literal sense. There are maybe a few dozen houses, a couple of community buildings like the orphanage that you mentioned, maybe a couple of places that like make food and give it out to people. But a lot of these civilizations in Aeortia are very self-sustaining. The forest provides everything you could ever need. There's so much animal life. The ground is so rich and fertile that you can grow crops just about anywhere. There's like a little bit of farmland and gardens around. You almost exclusively see wood elves walking around this place. Matter of fact, as you guys walk up, there's like a couple that give you side eyes and they're confused because they're not used to seeing people who don't look like them. You also notice that even Aethera looks slightly different than the people here. A lot of these wood elves, they are that warmer toned. They have like the slightly more, pinkish, tan kind of skin, the brown, rich hair that Aethera sports. But they aren't the same as adopting some of the more almost animalistic features. Aethera's eyes are slightly more round than theirs. Her ears are a little bit bigger and longer, if I'm correct. And you have the little horns that are sprouting in. So tiny details that you probably pick up on, noticing that these people don't look exactly the same. Very, very similar, but notable differences. Not nearly as different as you guys to, let's say, Leo or Gwen, but a difference nonetheless. So you're walking
I
around.
like to think that Aethera is kind of uncanny valley.
A little bit. A tiny, tiny bit, yeah. But you're walking around these wooden... A lot of them live in like what almost look like huts. Like they're very small houses. They're not super big and extravagant like you guys would see in a city. They're very rustic and modest is the word that I can think of. They're using the cover of trees. They're building off of them. Some people even live in tree houses. Nice little, quiet, sleepy, happy village of Sivima. Gwen, where are we headed?
We're heading straight to the orphanage, and I'm just gonna say that there's an inn. So you don't get to say,
Thank
Shorty. You pass by an
you.
inn.
I was wondering where the beds were going to
They actually specialize in helping people get over levels of exhaustion. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. They got like a hot
Big
springs too.
business.
Actually,
Really
I'm
helps
gonna,
you out.
I'm gonna build off of what you
What?
say. Every village or civilization in Aeortia has a place for people to go in and rest because the rangers who travel across Aeortia use them quite often. They're very rarely
Makes
used for
sense.
travelers. But why not? If there's not any people staying there, absolutely.
I also feel like it would make sense for a town with an orphanage to also have an inn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, to be fair, as you guys approach, you realize this is not an orphanage. This isn't like you walk into a city and all of the kids live there because their parents died. This looks to be a refurbished church. It is
Church of
old.
Ostella.
Yeah, it's old. It's made out of this nice, rich, almost like mahogany-colored wood that you guys see a lot of here. Got a lot of nice, ornate carvings throughout, like the windowsills and stuff like that. But you guys approach. Gwen leads you in. You open the door, and it's rather quiet. There aren't a ton of people here. You walk into this little entryway area where there's, a couple of benches and a nice couple sets of lights leading off into different rooms. There's a kitchen in the back left. And you hear distant voices, but you guys don't see anybody immediately. Gwen, are you seeking anybody out as you go in?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Is it Miss Irina?
Irina, yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm looking for her.
Sure. Best guess is it's getting about time to eat. She'd probably be in the kitchen preparing food for everybody.
Sick. I'm going in the kitchen. Whether everyone else wants to come, they can. I don't know. Do what you want.
I'm dying. Just
Yeah, I'm
please,
following.
You could probably grab a snack from the kitchen. It's
yeah,
fine.
whatever.
Describe your entrance. You barge in, you knock softly. What do you do?
I barge in. I don't care.
Of course.
Oh, we should have known.
Hello.
You barge in, and this little old lady, she is a wood elf. She has this really light colored, almost like caramel hair, pulled back away from her. She's wearing an apron. She has like the start of some wrinkles on her skin, which for elves is pretty rare. She is maybe 5 feet tall. She is a squat little person. She
What the
turns.
fuck, Shorty?
You're also short.
What?
Okay, guys, but IRL 5'1", so like, what are we reaching?
Oh my god.
Wait, who's 5'1"?
You had to do all that, huh? You had to say all that.
Yeah.
I'm so
5
tall.
feet is short.
No.
My name is
Yeah.
Shorty, and I passed 5 feet in the 7th grade.
It's okay. It's okay. It's
Continuing.
okay. It's okay.
Danny needs to make a wisdom saving throw nowadays.
Yeah.
Danny, you 5'1"?
What?
Is Danny 5'1"?
I don't know how tall Danny is.
That's what I thought.
Like 4'9".
You know you're not even
Poor
6 foot.
Danny.
Get out of here.
Damn.
Damn. Anyway, this little kind of older wood elven girl, that's all I'm going to say, turns around startled and just goes, "Oh my. Elgwendielle, it is so nice to see you. It has been so long. Come here." And she waves you in for a hug.
Oh, I miss Irina, and then when I hug her, I'm gonna do the thing where like you pick up the person off the ground a bit and then
Yeah.
sit them back down.
Her bones crack a little bit and she goes, "Oh,
Listen,
that's
you might
needed
have needed
cracked
that.
for a year."
Yep.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my
Of
goodness!
course.
Come on, sit. She ushers you guys over to a little, like, almost kind of like an island bar area with some stools, and she sits you all down. She says, "Introduce me to all of your friends. They look so interesting."
Yeah. We'll start with Athera, the
Hi.
weird-looking one.
Excuse me.
She doesn't look
What?
too
Sorry?
different from us.
See.
Just don't look too close. Yeah.
She greets you with a nice firm shake of the hand and then kind of eyes you a little bit. You see her kind of looking you up and down, trying to piece together why Gwen is calling you weird, but it seems like she kind of just dismisses the thought.
All right. Guy in armor. That's Rosaries.
Oh,
Uh,
I didn't realize there was a person in there. Hello.
Yeah, he could be like a ghost in armor for all we know. Then there's Leo, the half orc. Then there's Ava, the redhead, and Lucien, the white head.
I'm gonna bow.
You bow. She kind of gives you a confused little curtsy as well. Greets each of you. She says, "Hello, it's great to meet you. My name's Miss Irina. I'm so sorry. I have to talk and move at the same time." And she moves back to the stove where she has a couple of pots burning. She walks over, kind of dusts her hands off a little bit, starts mixing up some food, setting it to the side. She says, "So, Gwen, tell me all about your adventures in the school. I've been so excited to talk to you. I've been meaning to try to get some letters, but it's so hard to get things shipped out of here, as you know well."
Yeah, I mean, I sent a letter in the beginning of the year. I kind of just figured the messenger bird died or something. I don't know.
Probably.
So never got a response, but that's okay. I know you're busy. It's fine. Well, I think our first mission, was this our first mission? We found this guy, and then Zim comes out of the bag and goes up on her shoulder.
She immediately, her jaw drops. She just goes, "Oh my goodness, isn't he the cutest thing?"
Yup, he's so cute. He's like my son, I guess. I don't know.
She walks over and kind of nuzzles his like right underneath his chin a little bit, like on the side of his jaw. She washes her hands before she does everything, but she walks over, gives him some pets, greets him. He seems tolerant of it. He's fine. And then she walks back over and continues cooking, throwing spices and all of these sort of flavorings into the bowl that she's making.
Good to know that we use spices around here.
Oh, of course.
We saved the world from a weird green guy. Don't know what that was really about.
She turns and looks at
not him.
Leo and raises an
Not
eyebrow.
Not him.
Oh, okay.
No, not him. No.
Oh, he did have a hand in it.
True.
It's very complicated.
Have we seen Leo and the Verdant Prince in the same room before?
No.
Inside joke.
The literal answer, yes.
Yes. I mean, just like normal school stuff, besides from missions like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy you're doing so well. It's fantastic. I'm just happy. I'm proud.
Thank you. I'm glad I could come visit. When you get the chance, though, when you're done cooking, could we speak in your office, if you don't mind?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't mind that one bit. Food's
In
almost
theory, you're
ready.
coming with me.
Me?
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're coming with me, Ethereal, when we go to the office.
Okay, is this another thing where you want me to like? Is this
No,
like when
it's-
Leo went- oh,
It's nothing weird. I just need you to come with me.
She
Oh,
finishes
nice.
up what she's cooking. She's got like this large, huge pot of like this stew that she's making. She tells you guys, "Go get yourselves cleaned up. You're dirty and disgusting. Go clean. Go clean. Meet me in the mess hall, and we'll sit down and we'll have a nice, dinner together."
Sounds good.
Oh,
Good.
thank
She
you.
ushers you out. You guys go clean up your hands and some of the water that they have. You go sit down. There's a couple of other kids. Gwen, some of them aren't even familiar to you. It seems like since
Mhm.
you've left, there's one or two new faces. But a couple of them are familiar. They run up to you. Some of them are as young as 6 or 7. They hug your legs and they ask you how school's been. One of them is a little bit older.
Nice.
You said,
Keep going.
All right.
Just keep going.
It's almost like you took Gwen's personality and copied it into a wood elf. A sort of taller girl, she's probably about 5'10", 5'11", walks up behind Gwen, grabs her by the shoulder and spins her around and just goes, "Oh my Paran, where have you been?"
What?
Don't
I've
answer
been in
that.
school.
I know where you've been.
Okay. I was about to say, you know.
But from my calculations, school has been out for weeks, and you're just now getting here.
Yeah, well, you see the rest of my group here, we had to make some stops for them, so it's not all about me, unfortunately.
She kind of leans past Gwen and looks at all of you guys, gives a quick little wave. She's like, "Hi, Kellius, Gwen's best friend. Don't forget it." Leans back over to
Yep.
Gwen, and she goes,
Yeah.
"Okay, well, obviously I want to know everything."
This is my son, Zim.
I leave you alone for 8 months, and you have a
He's
son.
not my actual son! He's not my actual son!
Zim pops up like half asleep, one of his little ears folded down, and she just goes, "Oh my gosh!" I take it back. I'm so glad. Congratulations. She
Thank
goes down to
you.
like pet Zim, and Zim just retreats back into the bag.
He's an orphan like us, so...
Oh, birds of a feather, or dragons of
Yup.
a scale, I guess.
Yep. However it works.
Yeah. All right. She sits you guys down. She has you run through the same thing that Miss Arena did. You tell her all about school. You tell her about the professors, some of your friends. She introduces herself to the group. Again, she's just very outspoken, very fun and loud. For some of you, that might be a little overbearing, but there's a little bit of charm to it, we'll say. Not long after Miss Arena comes in, she has like a huge pot that she sets down. She brings in some sides like bread and vegetables and stuff like that. She wipes off her hand. She says, "All right, grab yourself some food." She sits down with you guys. You all have this massive bowl of stew and bread and stuff like that. You sit down to eat, and it is, and I cannot understate this or overstate this. I mean, it is delicious. It is incredible. Gwen, this
Heals
is
you 3 of exhaustion.
Please.
Yeah, let's go. Let's
I
Thank you,
will-
go.
Miss Arena.
I'll actually give you guys the choice. It will either heal you for 1d6, or you can make a Constitution saving throw, and if you get a 10 or higher, you take off a level of exhaustion. It's that good.
I know what's worth it.
Mm.
Not
fucking
one?
good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Not worth it.
Oh, so close.
what was the save again?
Con save.
And
Oh, I was talking about the number. 10? Okay.
then,
And I passed.
yo,
It's too spicy for me.
No,
I'm
yeah,
back
me
at
too.
3.
Do they not have spices where you are, Theo? We're not that far from each other. I don't... You good?
I
This
never really
stew
got along with spices.
Not only is
Also-
it
absolutely
spicy,
wonderful.
it also has that like kind of earthy kind of seasoning to it, almost like kind of like ginger, I guess. Like it kind of tastes like it is a spice, it is a seasoning, and it's very rich, but it's also like kind of that earthy taste. It is delectable. Miss Arena sits down with you guys. You guys are all laughing, having a great time, and then Kellius leans over to you, Gwen, and she kind of nudges you and she whispers, "So, which one are you dating?"
None of them.
Can I hear this? Passive perception.
You know what? I'll roll a stealth check for her. She rolled a nat 1. She whispers it. The entire
God.
table hears it.
Okay.
She goes, "Are you sure? Not even the green one?"
Yes, I'm sure. Not
You
even the
know,
green one.
You mix green and blue, you get turquoise, I think.
I don't...
What colour
I
is it?
don't know if that's how that works.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Also, guys, and Gwen's going to speak up, Callias here is actually Irolumis alum. Just thought I'd point that out.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Wrong person.
Wrong person.
Yeah.
Not in my backstory. That's not what it said in my backstory,
Hey.
Shorty.
It does say in your backstory, Ellet is the Uralumis at.
Oh, fuck Elliot. He's a little bitch.
Oh shit.
But she
Good
said it on
enough,
stream, so
then.
it's canon.
It's canon now, Shorty.
Just Lewis alum.
I
She
hate
also
Went
took
for
all
2
the
years and then
classes.
left.
If she went there, she'd be too old to be at an orphanage.
I don't know.
The logic does not stand.
It's fine. She could have stayed.
But no, Elias is not an Uralumis alum, but I will say that she does bring up, and you guys talk about Ellet. Elias goes off and she says, "Let me tell you guys, since you all heard me whispering, obviously, I meant to do that, clearly. Back when we were younger, Gwen had the biggest crush on this guy named Ellet.
No.
Yeah, you did. He went to Uralumis. He graduated. He came back. We were like 12 at the time. I don't even remember. Just little babies. And obviously, this was a grown man. But Gwen was head over heels. She said, "Ooh, I'm gonna go to Uralumis when I grow up.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna be a
don't need to
ranger."
do all this. That's
Nah.
not why I went to Uralumis.
I think it's why.
This makes so much sense.
No,
Yeah.
stop.
So,
You wouldn't
so
tell
that-
me who
yeah,
your crush
Gwen does
was.
like them older.
I listen. He was a handsome guy. Rangers aren't really my thing.
Well, where is he? We want to meet this handsome childhood crush of Gwen's.
I mean, he
Probably
comes
off
around
doing
sometimes, but he's
stuff.
in Silvus Altel. He's part of the Rangers organization now.
Busy man.
Interesting.
Sorry, you can't meet him, guys.
No, we should stop there.
I'm
I don't
sorry
know where
for
that
you.
is, but
Oh, it's
That's where Ranth is.
Yeah.
oh,
Whoever that is.
Ram. Dang. Okay.
That's one of our professors.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So another Aeortian ranger. I'm assuming a wood elf, and you're getting all buddy buddy up to her.
I'd say we're close, but not like that. She's a teacher. That's weird.
Gwen.
Stop!
I'm catching on to something.
Stop it right now.
And one of your friends in the party is also a wood elf. It's okay. You have a type. You have a type. Nothing wrong with that.
No, she tried to kill me the first time she
I
saw me.
did.
That's how
I
she
did
shows
tell you that's
affection.
flirting. I told
Yeah.
you that.
I was gonna say that.
I
Okay.
agree with Veronica or whatever your name was.
Well, Tara
Oh
also tried
wow,
to kill me the
there's
first
3
time
letters
she saw
in it.
me.
Really?
Veronica. Wrong.
No.
All right. We done with this conversation now.
Oh, no, but we can move on.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So, anything else eventful happen at the school other than apparently saving the world and finding your son, adventuring in a pyramid?
Just regular school stuff. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Wow. I expected less, but I'll take what I can get.
I did get a really sick spear from Leo's brother.
Oh?
Yeah. Look at this thing. Gwen's gonna pull it out.
You pull it out, smack it against the floor, and like some sparks come off of it, and she just goes, "Ooh, very fancy, very nice."
Yeah. I don't really use it that often, but it's cool.
So you said you got it from his brother?
Mm-hmm.
And Leo, your brother? What's he like?
He's bigger and stronger, more handsome, and more charismatic
And
than
Definitely more handsome.
singular?
Mm.
Ew.
Yeah.
No, Leo's
I
very
don't
single.
think he's with anyone actually.
Hmm. Good to know.
You know, I
Good
don't
to
know if he's. No, he's not. He's not actually actively dating right now.
She
Wow.
looks over at you, Gwen, and kind of gives you the most ostentatious big wink.
Okay. That's enough of that. I thought you wanted a piece of his brother.
Tell him to visit.
Okay. You go ahead and do that, Leo.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'll let him know.
She finishes
Just
up
him
her
though.
bowl,
No one else.
pushes it in front of her, and she says, "Right, well, Gwen, are you guys staying or are you leaving immediately? Because you know we still have plenty of beds."
We
Yep.
need to see.
I plan on staying for a bit, and everyone's kind of exhausted, so I feel that'd be the
Perfect.
best thing to do.
Yeah. Miss Arena kind of delicately finishes up her bowl and scoots it in front of her, and she says, "Right, well, you know that you're welcome here, of course. We have plenty of chores that you guys could help out with, but it shouldn't be too much if you split it up amongst yourselves. Kelly is here, does a lot of it. She is one of our oldest, so a lot of responsibility. You guys can help her with her chores for a few days. I'm sure she'd appreciate it."
And
You guys
can
not
play
use
with some of
gold
the
here?
kids.
Um,
Yes.
I mean, I'll take it, but chores are more important.
Fair enough.
All right, we ready to go to your office now?
Yes. Kellyus, I trust you to clean everything up. And she just goes, "Yes, ma'am." And she starts gathering up everybody's bowls.
They can help.
Not
They
you.
love
And I'm gonna
doing
grab
chores.
Athera by the wrist.
Oh,
Kellyus
What?
immediately ropes the four of
Not
you
fair.
into cleaning up after everybody.
Fair.
Gwen and Athera, you guys are led by Miss Irina off into her little bedroom office area, where she kind of gently closes the door behind you guys, and then, sits you guys down. She has like a chair in there. One of you can sit on her bed, and she says, "Right, well, what did you want to talk about? I I'm glad to hear that you're doing all right. You're doing safe.
Yeah, I'm doing really good. I just wanted to give you a gift, I guess. They're a bag of holding.
Oh, oh, okay. You're gonna have to get this. I'm not.
Yeah, no,
trying to-
I'll just hold it open and I'll
Okay.
drag it
Hold
out.
it real wide.
And then Gwen just kind of like crawls in halfway to grab the big old chest she put in there
Don't
earlier.
fall in there. I don't know how to catch you out.
It's fine as long as you don't close it.
Half closes
And-
it.
Okay.
It takes some
And-
effort, but you do like,
Yeah.
grab it and scoot it out of the chest or out of the bag. Eventually, Aethera, you're like you feel the weight pulling the bag, so you just kind of like tilt it up and just slap it, and it falls down onto the ground in front of you guys. Miss Arena's just like, now, Gwen, what is this? What is this? You don't have to go giving me any gifts.
Too
That's
late.
what I
It's
said.
already a gift. But I just figured it might be nice since I know sometimes it's hard to afford food for everyone sometimes. And I'm not here to help hunt anymore. So, and then Gwen opens the chest and it's just full of gold. There's 500 gold just for you and the orphanage.
She shuts the chest and she says, No, I can't take it. Put it
No,
back in the bag.
it's yours.
Open the
Nope,
bag.
Nope, you're keeping it.
Aethera, will you open the bag?
I'm gonna hide the bag behind my back.
Yep.
I think Gwen would shoot me again if I tried to put it in the bag.
I
You
will shoot
shot
you.
her.
Multiple
Uh,
times.
Yeah. We're good now. We're friends.
But it oddly hasn't stopped the violence.
Miss Arena is like tearing up. She puts her hands behind her back, kind of just awkward, doesn't really know how to accept it. She just says, Gwen, I can't accept this much money. This is so much.
You will. I don't care.
She
You
reaches
helped
up.
me, a bunch of other kids. So
She reaches up with both of her arms and kind of like beckons you to lean down. And she gives you a big hug. And then she goes over to you with her. She does the same thing. She hugs you. She says,
Oof.
This will keep us going for a long time. If we portion it out correctly and Kelly's doesn't go anywhere. I can't even say. This is a lot.
yeah, I made all this at Uralumis, so
Well, thank you, Gwen. You are one of a kind.
thank you. If you ever need more, just hit me up, I guess.
I
But that's all
won't.
I have right now.
I won't. Again, teary, she wipes her face. She gives you another giant hug and then squeezes your hand. Gives you the softest, brightest smile. And then ushers you guys back out. And she says, And you didn't want the rest of your friends to be here for this?
No, I didn't want them to know how much money I had. You can keep this a secret, right, Aethera?
Oh yes, I can do that.
I'm poor now, so don't ask for me for anything. Well, I mean, I have some gold back at Uralumis, but that's Sim's special gold pile, so I don't know how much I would really take from that.
Well, it
Other than
sounds like
that, I
maybe-
have, let me see, and then she counts 8 silver and 1 copper.
$81 in the bank account.
Yep.
Truly, Miss Arena does not know how to like take this gift. She keeps stammering over her words. She is trying to get a thank you out as best as she can, but it is just hard. After a couple of minutes, she says, "All right, enough of this. Come on, we're gonna go relax for a little while. You guys can stay here. Help out, meet some of the village folk, and stuff like that." But we will take a break right there as you guys rest in Sivima for a couple of days and prepare to leave out for Gwen's actual village? Question mark?
Potentially? Question mark?
Potentially? Question mark?
Potentially.
Oh.
All right. We will be back here in just a couple minutes, so stick around and we'll see you here pretty soon. So we're back from break. You guys have been staying in Sivima for quite a while at this point. We're actually going to skip over a couple of days in game as you guys are staying in Sivima, resting up at the orphanage, getting rid of some of these exhaustion levels, eating good, doing some chores and stuff like that. So I will give you guys a quick little opportunity to say like anything that you're doing special, like if Gwen wants to go hunting, if Lucian wanted to make a scroll in these couple of days, just to help get rid of some of the levels of exhaustion. Who has the most?
Probably me.
How much?
I have 5.
Cool. So 5 days that we're staying?
If we want.
Yeah.
That's
If
fine.
they allow me to.
Cool. Yeah, just until everyone's
We
back up at
drag.
100%. Does anyone
Yes.
have anything unique that they want to do during these 5 days? Or are you just helping out around the orphanage, carrying some logs for the fires, helping cook food, blah, 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 blah? Like, how are you helping, or what are you doing outside of that?
Is there a library?
Absolutely not.
Tiniest
small village.
Lucian, you're funny.
Lucian, you are so keen on information. I will let you actually make me a charisma check to see if you can get some people to tell you about the nearby area. And if you roll high enough, I'll let you just ask me some questions, and I'll say that, you know, the orphans in the village, or Miss Arena, or even Kellius answer those for you.
Yep.
So, like, persuasion would work.
5.
Nothing,
tired.
nothing
Yeah.
more than you have experienced yourself. It's
Yeah. fair enough.
monstrous creatures, monstrous plants. At some points, even the water will try to kill you. So just be careful, is basically all they say. And they really accentuate, like, don't lick or eat anything. For some reason, they keep saying that.
Would I know anything
Yeah, I
about the
wonder
church or
why.
Stella?
I will let you roll me a history check, actually. I was going to give you disadvantage, but I'm going to say that you are actually going to have advantage.
So natural 1 and a 22.
Ooh. 22. I don't even think Gwen would know this, but the name Ostella does ring a bell for you, and you ponder over it for like a day or two while you're here, and then it eventually clicks. Oh, yeah. You read a book written by Professor Barron before you came to Loomis about like the history of elves and how the different species of elves came about, like high elves, wood elves, dark elves, and then they eventually diluted from there even more. Ostella was the name of the first wood elf that ever existed. So I won't give you all the details of the story. You could either read the book or find it, and I'll just tell you at some point. But you do remember, like, oh, Ostella was the wood elf. She was like the first one. Something happened to make her a wood elf. She transformed from one of the older types of elves into a wood elf. She was the first one. So she probably has some connection to Aeortia in some way.
And I'd like to talk to some elders of the group, talk about setting up like a teleportation circle here.
No matter who you talk to, you go around asking a couple people about it, and they're like, teleportation? No idea what you're talking about. That's way beyond us. Never gonna happen.
Okay.
Rest of the group. Just real quick, montage style. Cool.
Can I
5
make the
days.
rules that
5
try
days.
to?
Just naps.
Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, I was just gonna. Can I try to make the checks to fix the armor that we talked about?
Yes. We'll call it a smithing tools check. And your armor is, I want to say uncommon, so DC 13?
15.
Yeah. First day, you're able to fix it back up, get all the pieces put back together. You're good to go.
Cool. Other than that, I'd probably just be going back to my normal orphanage life and getting the wood for everyone.
For sure.
Everyone better take a shower within these 5 days.
Yeah, I'm just gonna help
Um,
with whatever needs to be helped.
Yeah, I'll help around the orphanage. Maybe just like fuck around town and I guess I'll hunt a little bit.
For
Just
sure.
get some food.
Do you want to roll me a survival check? See how well you do?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Just like old times.
Where my survival at? 18.
Ooh, yeah, really good. You're able to go out. You find. See, you guys remember last session when you saw that giant bear that was like 30 feet long. You find another giant creature walking around, a giant elk, and it takes you some time to like track this thing and to hunt it and like fully kill it. But when you do, you know that it's going to feed people in the village for days and days. Like, it'll feed the orphanage for a while.
Nice.
Getting it back to the orphanage is another issue.
Okay. I just might of course I will like dress it, get all the innards out and stuff, make things lighter, and have Zim get big and he can help me.
You, to the best of your ability, get as much of the good meat as possible and stuff your bag, and you just wrap some up around Zim as he's big, and then you guys take off back towards the village and carry most of it back. Also, I know you like to do a little ritual whenever you hunt animals. Any details on that, or you just do it?
Just doing it, just praying to what's her name? Panthea. That's the bitch right there.
Yeah, that one. For sure. You give a little thanks to the goddess of nature and therefore animals, and you say, hey, this is a part of you. I appreciate you for giving it to me. You know, typical stuff like that. You get the food back. Fantastic. Leo's helping out everywhere. 5 days rolls past. You guys are fresh and rejuvenated. You're back up to your full selves. Well rested, well fed. The nice little quaint village life does wonders for the soul. Gwen, you give some very fond goodbyes to Miss Arena, to Kellius, and to the rest of the orphans who all, are so happy to see you, so sad to see you go, and tell you that you have to visit again and tell us all of the stories for the next year of your crazy adventures at the school.
Of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, if you are ready to head out and go out towards anywhere else, I will let you make that call now. You guys can take the teleportation stones back. You can head off towards your former home off in the mountain range that is towards the north of you guys. But I'll let you guys, figure out what you want to do next.
Gwen's just gonna chill a bit in like the grass in Sivama and just hold her teleportation stone, I guess. Just gonna hold it, not do anything. Anyone else chilling?
Are we all together? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Anyone else chilling?
You guys see each other a lot, but it's I'm gonna say it's like the day that you guys agreed, like, oh, we'll stay here for like 5 days or so when we get back up, and then we'll maybe head back to school. But the time comes and you guys start getting ready to go, and Gwen is just kind of outside the orphanage, off in one of like the little clearings, sitting in the grass.
I'm gonna go over to Gwen and like sit down, and I'll be like, I noticed I was doing some exploring around this area the last few days, and that mountain is really large. That over there it looks like, I don't know. When I asked about it, people were a little bit weird about it.
Yeah, that's where I used to live. That's where I came from.
So your village?
Yeah.
The one that was destroyed?
Yeah, I could point it out. You see the like tallest peak up there?
Yeah.
Well, I guess in common it would probably be called, I guess Kima's Rest is what that is. And then the second highest mountain, like right below that, that's where I was. That's where my village was.
You ever go and visit it?
I did once or twice. I went after it all happened to get my mom's bow. And a couple other things, but that's pretty much it. Didn't really do much else.
Okay. Am I getting any, like, weird vibes off Gwen about it?
Probably a little bit.
You didn't care to go visit now? I mean, we're probably not going to be up here again for a long time.
I mean, it's not like there's anyone there, but I guess I probably could. There was like this, there was this thing in my village, actually. I kind of remember it. It was, like a tradition sort of thing, like a coming of age sort of ceremony. It happens when you turn 20, which, funnily enough, I am now. But
Right.
yeah, I never got to do that. So, I don't know.
Are you sad you never got to do that?
I mean, it would be nice, but you want me to tell you a secret about that place?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You're a druid. You might know, for all I know. So everyone thinks, dragons don't exist. Obviously, we know that isn't true with Zim, but I mean, I already kind of knew that they existed because there's supposed to be a dead one in Kinma's Rest. That's where Kinma rests.
Oh, so the dragon is called Kingma.
Yes, the mountain was named after the dragon. It's supposed to be a secret because foreigners aren't allowed to visit. But, I mean, I guess that rule doesn't really matter anymore, so...
So this is the ritual you were talking about. It has to do with that?
Yeah, you have to climb to the peak and give an offering is kind of how I remember it. I'm not quite sure if that's exact, but something like that.
I'm gonna put out my hand and be like, kind of like, get up. Come on.
Why? Where are we going?
Because I know from first-hand experience how much everything that happened there affected you and what that loss means to you. I don't think you should miss out on a piece of that simply because other pieces of it are gone. We're here now. You're 20. Let's go do it.
Gwen just kind of pauses a second, and then she puts her teleportation stone back in her bag, and she takes Aethera's hand and gets up. All right. We should probably tell the rest of the group that we're heading there, though. I hope no one teleported already.
Roll for teleportation.
No, I was really hoping that the rest of you guys were just like 10 feet away, just all watching this conversation like it was
Yeah,
private.
what's up, guys?
It was a very sweet moment.
Very sweet moment. Can we go now?
Not anymore.
I mean, it looks like quite the trek.
It's
does
not
everyone
that
have to
bad.
do it?
Yeah, I guess you
It's
don't have to
big.
if you don't want to, but it might be cool for you guys to see, even if you're technically not allowed.
I love
Are we
doing
there
things
now?
I'm not allowed to.
Yeah, we'll say that you guys meet up as a group and start discussing the possibility of this.
I'd
What's
like
up,
to see
guys?
it. Hey,
They just
Hello.
appear.
Hello.
yeah, I'd like to see it. Sounds fun.
See what?
Whatever you're going to explain to you right now.
Are you ready to climb a peak? You
Yeah.
look very scrawny. You sure about that?
I can
can
fly. I can
fly.
spider climb. I'm good.
No,
Yeah,
that's
this time
cheating.
you should fly. I don't want to.
Well, he's
have-
not doing the
to
same
carry
thing
him.
you're doing. He doesn't have to be, climbing.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
as long
still
as it
think
helps
it's
you, I guess.
cheating.
Well, I think he'll die if he doesn't do it that way.
Yeah,
He was correct.
I'm not very good at climbing.
I mean, maybe everyone else should do it with me.
Is it like
No
is it
cheating
like
allowed.
cliffs like the last time, or is it like
No stairs.
Oh,
Just a
perfect.
bunch of them. A shit ton of them.
Oh.
I can do stairs.
What?
You guys are ready for the most stairs you've ever climbed in your life?
Oh. So excited.
How many levels of exhaustion are we gonna get from this?
All the ones we just lost.
One every step.
11.
We're dead.
To give you an idea, Gwen, you would definitely know this, so you can. I'll speak through you to the rest of the group. It would probably
Thank you,
take
Shorty.
you guys. It wouldn't take you 2 full days to get there. You'd have to like travel, rest in the wilderness for a night, and then continue traveling up the mountain to get to your village. And then if you wanted to travel to Keenma's Rest, it's not too far away. It's only about a 2-ish hour hike from your village.
Okay.
Can we like help you at all, or do you have to do it on your own?
You can come with, but there's no helping in a magical sense.
Okay.
She needs to suffer to rise.
I need to suffer.
So, are we starting the trek there?
Yeah.
Go for
Can we
it.
take some of that? Can we take some of that stew
Sorry.
with us?
Right. Can we take some of
Yes.
that?
Yeah, I think that's
In
true.
her like goodbye, so happy to meet you all. Miss Arena does give you guys each like a serving of food to take with you. That will,
Yeah.
if you warm it up a little bit, and eat it over a fire, it will be enough to keep you going just a little bit longer.
I'm ready.
All right, Gwen, if you're leading them there, I need a survival check. It's not a very high DC. It's a very
Okay.
clear objective. But
I'll help. There's the mountain.
Great.
That's a 21.
Hey.
Yeah.
21.
Traveling to the mountain is fun at first. You're going through like the easiest parts of the forest. Trees are a little bit more sparse. It's not so dense that it's dark underneath. It's beautiful, nice wilderness for a couple of hours. And then on about that 3rd or 4th hour, you guys take a little break and then start hiking up a mountain. And Gwen was not kidding when it's basically just like walking upstairs endlessly. You hike for a couple more hours. The air starts to get a little less warm, a little more bitter, a little bitey even as the day slowly starts to end. On a 21, I'm not going to have you guys have any encounters on the way. You make it there following the mountains pretty easily. You pass by a couple of nice rivers. You see the wildlife, and it's gorgeous. But a couple hours up this little mountain trek, the sun does start to set, the air starts to get a little bit colder, and then you guys need to set up camp for the night. Alternatively, if you guys have any help to this travel, like I know Etheric and Wild Shape, Lucian, you're a wizard, so you have endless spells. If you guys have any things to help traveling, I'm going to say that you guys are about 4 hours up the mountain, and it's going to be a total of a 10-hour trip. So if you want to boost that number up a little bit, you can. I don't know if you guys have anything that'll drastically help you, but you can get creative. I'm willing to do a little rule of cool here.
Anyone got anything cool?
No,
I can't use anything there, can I?
Ava's just poisons everybody.
All I have is poison.
Everybody gets a random.
Poison the mountain.
I could have a lot of poison.
I'm taking it very to heart that I can't use magic, so I'm not using a single spell.
No, like you can
Right.
you can use magic to get to the village.
Oh, okay,
Just
cool,
not
cool,
when
cool.
I climb Mount
Gotcha.
Kingma to
Gotcha,
Kingma's
gotcha.
Rest.
Oh. I have a spell that is technically a healing spell. It's Aura Vitality, but could I use it to give people like endurance?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
I like
Sick.
that. Traveling up here, I was also going to make you guys all do a constitution saving throw. So I'll let everyone make that with
Constitution.
Constitution. I'll give everybody advantage for you casting that spell.
Cool.
Sick.
DC is not super high. It's only going to be 10.
Yeah.
Everybody has advantage. Rosaris, who do you want to give your bonus to? I know right now, not everybody's getting your paladin bonus.
The 3 girls.
Wow.
You sure you don't want to give it to the wizard over there?
Is it a good or a bad? What are you doing?
It's a +3, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
I got a natural 20, so I'm fine.
Ooh. Goated.
I got a 21 with that bonus, so I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. You guys all make it up, traveling a couple hours, walking up this mountain, pretty easy. No, I'm not gonna say easily. Like, it's taking some exertion from you guys, but you're able to like rest and everything. So, y'all tell me what you do. Do you find like a nice little cave to sit in? Do you just pitch up your tents on the side of the mountain? You start a fire. Guide me through it. I'm not gonna tell you what you're doing.
Can I turn my mood ring purple, please?
You absolutely can. And then a couple seconds
What's that
later,
mean?
it lights up
Yeah.
pink.
Where's my mood ring book?
You'll never know what it means.
I'm going to cast prestidigitation. Can't say that word. Like quite a few times.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
And then like heat up like a little area that's like a campsite.
Word, yeah.
Trying to get rid of
Cool.
the snow.
There's no snow yet. You're not that high on the mountain quite yet, but the air is getting a little bit colder. You're obviously elevated up. Speaking of, as the moon comes out, you guys are able to look out across it, and you're probably, a good few miles up the mountain at this point. I think you travel at about 2 miles an hour, but it's not straight up, so probably like 2 or 3 miles up, and you can see just endless canopies of trees going into the distance, rolling over hills, small mountains coming up, rivers flowing everywhere. But yeah, Lucian, you cast Prestidigitation, you warm up an area for a campsite that you guys start setting up at.
Didn't think about using that as like heated flooring.
It's awesome.
I could have done that we're walking up, to be fair. It's led the way. And then I'll create bonfire in the middle. Create bonfire.
Hell yeah.
Bro's using all his magic.
These are cantrips.
Shorty did say I have endless spells, so
Exactly. I think he's talking about cantrips.
Yeah, what was
no,
what?
I heard spells. You definitely said endless spells.
He did.
Thanks. Yeah.
Actually, you guys kind of are getting up towards the snow line. I'm gonna say that you stop before you get there because you don't want to rest in like the cold enough for it to be snow, but not too much higher on the mountain. It starts to get snowy and really, really cold. That stuff starts happening at about 3 miles altitude. So anyway, you set up campsite. Throw up some tents, you set up a campfire, you eat the food that Miss Arena gave you. Everyone succeeds on their con saves. You're all happy, you're healthy, you're doing all right. You split up watch, let the night pass you by, you wake up in the morning relatively safe. Those of you on watch, you did hear a couple of creatures moving around in the mountains, some movement. You heard rustling in the trees.
The
You
fucking Zorbos.
It's the fucking Zorbos. You swear you saw some creatures from this distance. They had to be huge, moving down in the forest. The trees are just specks in the distance at this point. You swear you saw some things moving taller than those 100-foot trees. But you wake up in the morning, the sun is shining bright. It's a gorgeous day. You are chilly and cold, and you continue traveling up the mountain. Any stuff as you guys start to travel, because it's about to get really cold, so you guys are gonna have to start making saving throws. You're gonna get levels of exhaustion from frostbite.
Did anyone put coats in the back of holding?
Oh no.
I need coats. Some goods.
Oh, good for you, Gwen. Wow. That's cool.
You guys
Can I
will be
just-
The
fine.
cold.
Can I just huddle up with Aegon? Like, hug him?
Yeah, I'll say
Not-
it'll give you advantage at least. And a
Cool.
little advantage.
I'm going to take like a big rock and then strap it to myself and then constantly cast precipitation on myself, just warming the rock.
You can
up.
just cast it on yourself. I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Bro's
Please
making
make him
a
carry
fucking
a
hand
rock.
warmer, dude.
Yes. It's constantly woof, woof.
Well,
I'm gonna
I don't got nothing.
I'm gonna turn into a brown bear, and then I'll. I can't do it in this form. Before I do that, I'll be like, Ava, I'll turn into a bear, and you can sit on my back, and at least the fur might help shield you a little bit.
I'm gonna have to get pretty close to you.
Well, don't make it weird.
I mean, I want to be warm. And you're furry?
I mean, when we get to the village, we might be able to find some coats somewhere. Or pelts.
We could skin you.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Past me might have been okay with that, but now not anymore.
Thank you, Gwen.
Never
Welcome.
mind.
Never mind. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna do continual flame, but it doesn't give off heat. Just never mind.
Mm.
What if, Shorty, could I heat metal but control it so it wasn't like scalding, it was just warm?
How long does heat metal last?
Forever and ever, obviously.
A minute?
It's only a minute, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh my.
here's the thing. I like the creative use of spells within the bounds of how the spell should work. So what I'm going to say is if you want to drastically decrease the amount of heat but extend it over a longer period
Tasty.
of time, give me a wisdom check with proficiency. Any wisdom check with proficiency.
Okay, well, before that, Ava, are you wearing any metal?
I wear leather.
But you have.
I
You're not making this
don't
easy.
wear any metal. I wear.
What about your
That is
mood
right.
ring?
That
Is it your
is.
mood ring metal?
Just her finger is
You
warm.
have one warm.
You don't have any belt
Okay, okay.
buckles.
Same
So my
concept,
crotch
Shorty.
will be happy? I don't know.
Same
Same
concept.
concept, but I do it with flaming sphere instead. So it's also a
Oh.
1 minute, but it would emit heat in a 5 feet radius.
You know,
I was gonna say,
Lucian
aren't those
just
things kinda
fireball
big?
us at this point.
I think heat metal would work better. I'm gonna give you a higher DC if you want to do flaming sphere. That feels much harder to pull
Yeah, but
off.
she's not wearing any metal.
I'm wearing your fur.
You could get creative.
Are you going to ride the bear?
Yes. Just like in Baldur's. No, never mind.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Banned. Leo immediately left. Bye, David.
Shorty, if I just gave them some like spare metal parts from my bag of holding, would that work?
That would work. I would have also taken if you wanted to give her like a long sword that she just like sticks down her shirt and then keeps her warm. Anything like that would
This is
work.
getting worse.
Yeah.
Boy,
But yeah, you could give like
Okay.
scraps of metal, strap it around, even inside, and then you could cast heat metal on those and keep that up for a little while. Is it a second level spell?
Throwing metal on me?
Yes.
How many second level
It could
spell
be a
slots do you
third.
have?
I have 3.
Okay. If you want to upcast it to third, give me that check, that wisdom check.
Okay.
With proficiency.
You said with any proficiency.
Yeah. Any wisdom skill you're proficient with. We're going to call this like a magic check. But you're
Nat
okay.
20, nat 20.
Whoa.
Oh, let's go!
Let's fucking go.
You were warm forever.
Okay. If you want to spend a third level spell slot, you can cast this on Ava and it will last for the rest of the day. And I won't even make it cost concentration.
Awesome. That's what we're gonna do.
That is a cool use of the spell. I will absolutely allow that for sure.
Thank you so much for picking me and not Leo,
We might.
who was
His
already
con-
wearing
His
iron like
constitution
metal.
should be fine.
The thing you gave me, the Master's Caldani's Bestowal of Knowledge, can I pass off Precipitation to someone else?
No, it lets you give away proficiencies, but not spells.
Yeah, fair enough.
I like where you're
And then I'm. The Leonix would be just as warm, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, I'll just do that for myself.
Cool. Yeah, we'll count that. I think
Hellhound's got to be pretty warm.
I'll count the Leonix for now. It's definitely not a like cold climate creature, but it's furry, so it's all the same. Plus, you have the ability to like kind of use wild shape features in human form, so why not be able to make the creature furrier and better suited for the environment. All right. If no one else has anything else, Ava, you automatically succeed. Everybody else, I need a Constitution saving throw. As you guys hike up this frigid mountain, the DC is going to be 14.
Dirty.
Do I not get anything for my chest warmer?
Yeah, you get advantage.
Yeah.
It's a cantrip, so it doesn't automatically make you succeed, but...
Yeah. Another natural one? Okay. Yeah, I passed.
Huge. I'll say Aethera, you also automatically succeed. You're good. Ava automatically succeeds. Lucian's good. Gwen, Rosari's Leo.
Good.
Natural one.
You get advantage. Oh my god.
I got a dirty 20 on mine.
No.
So
It's plate mail, man. It's cold.
I'm gonna, between the plate
Halfway.
mail and even Aegon is
Oh my
probably
gosh.
also struggling in this climate. Like, as you guys walk up, the sounds of birds disappear and the warm, radiating heat from the sun and the ground that is warmed beneath it slowly give way to frigid winds, and even Aegon is walking through and kind of shivering up this mountain. David, are you alive? Is that what a half-orc looks like when it blushes? Just super green?
Green screen green.
Yeah. We'll see how he does. Anyway.
Leor, come back.
Leor.
Leor, come back.
Gwen, it is not super duper long. It's probably about 3 or 4 hours trekking up this mountain again until you guys reach your village. You're, like a little ways in the air. You're up on a mountain. I'll let you take lead and describe what everybody sees coming into view further up this mountain as you are taking them up corner and corner, walking up different pseudo paths up the mountain, trekking through the snow, crunching underneath their feet.
As you make your way towards Gwen's village, you'll see that the buildings, they're kind of like mixed between old, decrepit, destroyed, and fully standing or half standing, and they're all kind of rustic, log cabin-y styled buildings. Also some stone buildings too, but they're like cabins. Yeah. I guess that's all I got, Shorty.
I mean, where are we going? You're leading the group.
Oh shit. Okay. I guess we could first just check some of the more standing houses, see if there's any pelts or anything for anyone to wear.
Yeah, you guys could scrounge up a few. I'm gonna say, give me a D4, and that is how many people you can cover with like the furs and stuff that you're recovering from these houses.
Yeah. Go.
What'd you get?
You definitely cut out without
I got a
the
4.
number.
Oh,
Damn it.
sweet. Yeah, I'll let you take your pick of who you want to like bundle up in these things to help them. It's not gonna make them immune, but it will give them advantage on any frostbite checks that you make.
Well, considering Aethera's a bear, we're gonna skip out on her for now. We'll do Ava, Rosaries, and Lucian, and Leo.
Sweet.
I can find one another time.
I mean,
Ava
pretty
does
good.
have automatic success
I was
on
gonna
right now.
say, if she keeps doing that, so
Then I'll keep it for myself.
Yeah.
I was trying to be nice.
well, I mean, we could both go under it together.
It's
If you
huge
really
pellet.
want.
Just saw that David's power went out, so we're just gonna
Oh no!
keep trekking on without Leo for a little bit. It's fine. We're just gonna say he's really cold. He's shivering and just falling.
He
in
got
desert.
frostbite, and we just left him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, the green screen is
He
gone?
just said, "Don't let me freeze to death," and that was the first thing
No.
that Danny said.
Well,
Danny's
he
like,
shouldn't have
"Yes."
joined the sword.
That's crazy.
Oh no!
Still salty.
No, it's fine. He lives on.
Alright.
Him. He should be good.
Hey,
Okay.
Shorty, can I
Anyway,
wear that
guys.
stuff over my armor?
Yeah.
What do you say?
Cool.
Oh.
Okay.
Did my voice crack? I'm like a little preteen again.
A little bit. So yeah, you guys get to this little sprawling set of villages up like most of the way up Mount Kima. Kima is kind of this collection of mountains, and you see that there are like these small little collections of houses and stuff kind of dotted alongside the mountain. A lot of them are covered with snow at this point, long forgotten. Clearly, whatever Gwen talked about before about her backstory being attacked by druids, this is the repercussions of that. Very similar to walking through Zarinza with Rosaris, but this one, instead of lightning scorch marks on the houses and grounds, sorry, it is just a snowy landscape with a long forgotten little civilization here. So Gwen,
All right,
where are you guiding people around?
you guys, where do you want to go? Tour? What's going on? Which you guys want to stop by and look at?
Is your house
where
here?
was your favorite place?
Yeah, my house is here.
What's all your favorite places?
My favorite place? My dad's shop, my house, and I did like this one like lake at the base of Keenma's Rest. And I don't know, just like different areas. I mean, quite a long time ago.
Mhm.
So where do you want to go? My house?
Yeah, I'd like to see your house.
Okay. Last I saw it was still mostly intact, so we can take a visit. And I'll lead them to my house.
Yeah. Your house is, to give it a percentage, it's probably like 75% intact. There's a couple of spots on the walls that have been like broken a little bit. They're caved. The weight of the snow on the roof has sort of caused the house to like tilt a little bit, but it's still standing. The rooms are still mostly intact. The inside is pretty ransacked though. You've probably stripped it of most of the stuff that you would have wanted to take, and the rest of it has been, I don't know, would you have left it sort of tossed aside and disrupted, or would you have like cleaned the place up before you moved on?
Last time she visited, she probably would have cleaned it up a bit. Not totally, but a good bit.
It's mostly organized, not clean. We'll say that.
Oh yeah,
Gwen.
yeah. Sounds
Gwen,
like
do you know
Gwen's
why-
bedroom, so.
Gwen, do you know why the
What?
druids attacked this place?
Them and the Rangers have just had issues. We're smack dab right in between the border between the two. So,
On a mountain?
yeah. I mean, I don't know the exact politics. I was a little kid. So, I was just raised to know that the Druids weren't really good people, and we've had issues with them. So,
And they wanted this place or just wanted to get rid of it?
probably wanted what was in Keenma's Rest.
Which is the dragon.
Or they just hate us. Yeah.
Did they kill the dragon, or is that way before
No,
your time?
she died on her own. Before my time, but
Just of old age.
pretty much, yeah. She was like pretty much like our god. She was kind of like a parent to all the Dragonborn here.
Mm.
Um,
Did she have sex with a human or something? Like, how does that?
Jesus Christ, that's not what I mean. I didn't mean like literally. I'm not Jesus Christ, whoever that is. Keep doing that. Ignore that. What is wrong with you?
Well, I don't think that would work, Lucian, at all, but...
What is wrong with you, Lucian? Jeez.
I mean, we were all thinking it, let's be honest here.
Come on,
I
man.
don't know, something doesn't match up
Have
there.
some respect.
Sorry, yes. Pretty disrespectful. I apologize.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to just keep those thoughts in your head, not blurt them out.
Yeah,
I know
been told
I
that.
have that issue sometimes, but come on, mate. So yeah, I guess we'll go in my house, and Gwen just opens the door, and like one of the hinges kind of breaks off as she moves it, but here's my house. What do you guys think?
I would be thinking of a lot if you told me what I'm seeing.
What's that mean?
What is in there? Is it nothing?
I don't know.
It's just a
Shorty said it was
door,
like
there's no building
70%.
afterwards.
Listen, Shorty said it was like 70% there, right? Is that what she said?
Yeah.
And that it was like organized.
Okay.
And-
So
but
is
not
there, like,
clean.
A kitchen? Is there like
Yeah, there's a
couch?
kitchen, there's like a
there-
living space, there's like 2 rooms. That's about it.
Yeah.
Where's your bedroom?
What are you gonna say, Shorty?
I was gonna say, to give some context, these quaint little village houses are usually probably built on like these stone foundations, and then wooden, almost cottages built on top of them. So it's like a very small little. I would almost want to compare it to like a Tudor house, like a 1-story cottage style. You got like 2 bedrooms and a large open area for like the living space, and the kitchen are kind of combined into one, and then the 2 little private rooms off to the side. So not very big at all.
My room is that one, right on the edge, by the kind of near the kitchen,
Okay.
and the other one is my parents' room.
Can I go in your room?
I guess. Sure.
I'm gonna go in her room. I want to see her room.
Sure, Gwen, describe your room to us, or the state that it is in now that you haven't lived there in almost a decade.
It's pretty decrepit. Like, she didn't really organize this one. She mostly just kind of organized the like kitchen, living space area, but not her bedroom. It's kind of fucked up in there. You're not really gonna find much besides maybe some old toys, like wooden toys type stuff. Her bed, maybe some clothes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Did you have fun in there, Ava?
Yeah.
Not much
That
to see, yeah?
was Nice.
I don't know
bet
what you
it
thought you
was.
were gonna find in there.
I was gonna. Oh, nothing.
There was only like one thing of importance in that room, and I brought it with me back to Sivamar when I got my mum's bow. So
Okay. There was no like journal or anything that you might have left behind that you put
No.
like super secret childhood secrets in or something.
if you did, you probably would just find chicken scratch, and it was also written in Draconic. So
Oh,
I doubt you would
okay.
read it, be able to read
No,
that anyway.
no.
Sorry. So
Yeah, it's a
sorry,
good room.
Ava.
It was a good room. It was great.
Gwen's just gonna kind of look around the kitchen, see what kind of new damage has been done with like creatures, animals, whatever, have made their way into the house.
Yeah, you notice a lot of like scratches on the posts of the house, on the walls. A couple of pieces of furniture have been like pushed to the side, turned over, or even like tossed around. This place might have been, investigated by a bear or worse. But it's still okay. It doesn't seem like much has touched this place. Kind of just a, for lack of a better term, a relic. It's a little unchanging.
Gwen's gonna look at, I guess near the fireplace. How's her egg looking? Because last time she was here, it was fully intact.
It is not just cracked, but kind of broken into a couple of pieces. There's one larger piece. It's still got like the main little like bowl shape and then the little arc that comes up on one side. But then the other sides are broken and one of them's fallen in, another one's fallen into the, snow-covered ash on the fire pit. Where some has fallen in through some cracks in the ceiling.
Gwen's just going to kind of kneel down in front of her egg. And it's gonna look like she might be crying a little bit, but she's kind of dusting it off and stacking the pieces together.
What? You got an egg?
I got an egg. What do you mean by that? It's my egg, Ava.
Well, why? It's all broken.
This is where I came from, Ava. This is what I
you
was born
have?
in.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I have a lot to learn about dragon.
Same,
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. You out of here.
Mm-hmm. And Gwen just kind of wipes a tear from her eye. Yep. Last time I was here, it was like untouched, but I guess like a raccoon or something got in here.
Why didn't you take it with you to Erlumis? If it meant that much.
Fragile. I just kind of left it be. I didn't know if I was going to see any druids come in here when I visited last time. So I just got a bow and one other thing and left.
Mm.
Where would I keep an egg?
In your room.
I can attempt to repair it.
I don't
have a
know.
spell for that. No?
I guess you could try. Yeah, do it.
Can I try cast mending on the eggshells?
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but mending's casting time is a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So over the course of a minute, you sit there and you pick up the pieces and you very delicately place them where they're supposed to be. You guys watch as Lucian like traces his finger along the line of the cracks very slowly, and as his finger passes it, the egg, you can almost hear it fusing back together, like the sound of it cracking in reverse. It fuses together and he takes all the pieces and even takes the piece that you broke out when you first hatched, Gwen, and he places it back sort of like on the top side piece and runs his finger around it and fuses it back.
You mean the
into
piece
one
that
solid
I
shape.
ate?
Oh, well, if you ate
There's
it,
a
it's
missing
not
piece
there.
that I ate, yeah.
Then yeah, you fuse it all back and you're
Gone.
like, there's a missing piece. So is it on the floor somewhere? Where did it go? But Lucian, you get all of it
I'm really annoyed. I'm
mended
like,
that's
that's a
there.
puzzle I can't fix. It's a
What'd you
puzzle I
say,
can't
Lucian?
finish. It's a puzzle I can't finish. It's annoying me.
No, you're finished, Lucian. That's it.
Where's the last bit?
Funny story. After I hatched, I supposedly ate it. So
Is that normal?
Sounds like you.
probably not.
Hmm.
Accidents happen. Don't let babies put random things in their mouths.
Yeah.
But thank you. I appreciate that.
It's alright. Can we put it in the bag of holding? Would that keep it safe? If you want to bring it with you, obviously.
We can just leave it here for now. I think this actually might be what I bring up to the dragon.
That's a good idea.
Unless you guys want me to like kill an elk and bring the entire corpse up the mountain with me.
You can bring the egg. I think the egg is a good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Okay.
good choice. Mhm.
Cool. All right. Glad that's settled.
Then we're gonna wait. Are you going alone up there?
You guys can come with.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah, just don't steal anything if you're up there, Ava.
When have I ever stolen anything? Ever?
Gee, I don't know. But if you do, whatever hand takes anything, gone.
I don't steal. That is a bad thing to do. It's wrong.
I'm gonna have
and
Zim
I
keep an eye on you the entire time.
I just point to Athera. She stole more than I have.
I'm
What's
just
she
still
say?
cat. I'm just gonna just flick my tail like.
Oh yeah, you keep being a cat. I know you can understand this, Athera.
When I use message and just speak to Gwen, I'll be like, we should probably get going before anyone succumbs to frostbite or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for like another 2 spare pelts in my house if there's any.
Yeah, we can see that there are.
Okay, then Ava can have one and Athera can have one.
Is that
All
as
right.
good as? I'll go out of wild shape for now until it gets bad. Use the pellet.
Okay. You guys are ready to climb a mountain, I guess. An even taller one.
So ready.
So no magic, no ranger spells.
No magic.
Nothing.
Just tough it out.
Okay.
Alright. Just double checking. If you don't want to come with, you can stay in here, I guess.
No, teleport. Everyone has their stones.
We're coming.
If something gets bad, I can just get out.
Yeah. If you're falling
Alright.
down the mountain, teleport.
Good idea.
Yeah, there's no railing, just to let you
I
guys
feel
know.
that's gonna
There are
happen.
stairs, but no railing. Alright, I guess we're good to go. Gwen's gonna take the egg and head out the house towards Kinma's Rest.
Phenomenal. So like I said, it's going to be about a 2-hour trek, kind of going down this section of the mountain and then back up towards Keenma's Rest, passing by the lake that you mentioned and further up the steps to the cavern at the top where Keenma supposedly rests. You're leading the group there. I'm not going to make you make a survival check. You know the route. You have been told about it since you were very, very young. However, going up this part of the mountain, it is colder and it is hard to trek up. So what I would like is for every person to make me either an acrobatics or athletics check, DC 10, to just trek up the mountain. And then after that, we will deal with potential frostbite/exhaustion.
You guys want to hear a story about the lake?
Sure.
And you're gonna notice that the lake is weirdly not really frozen. So basically, this lake was made by Keenma herself, right? She's, again, basically like a god, did a bunch of shit, slayed a kraken, stuff like that.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
Mm.
But her egg was stolen by foreigners, and that's why foreigners aren't allowed up there. But I'll let you guys come with. Her egg was stolen, she cried for like half a century, and that's what made the lake.
That's
Pretty fun playing in it as a kid.
Really sad story.
But now you know about the lake. Yeah.
It's very depressing now that I know about it.
yeah.
But it's a pretty cool lake. Look at that thing.
It's yeah, the Tier Lake is very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have magical properties? I'm not going to touch it, obviously, but
I mean, you can if you want. It's just a lake.
no, but like take it if you want. Like, take some years of
You can.
Kima.
You can take some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
We
take
used
some.
to get some fresh water from here all the time growing up.
I'll take some.
Yeah, so you guys are trekking up. First thing, those athletics/acrobatics check. Did anybody get below a 10?
Oh yeah, I forgot to do that. My bad.
I assume most of you will be fine. And then, Jambo, to catch you up, everybody's making an athletics or an acrobatics check. Just to...
I was listening.
Okay.
Good.
He already did it.
Oh, you got above 10? You're good?
Yeah.
Sweet.
I got a 15.
Love to see it. So if everybody got above a 10, we are good to go. Go ahead, make your first Constitution saving throw. It seems like everybody either automatically succeeds or has advantage, so not too hard. But at this point, the DC is going to go up. It's going to be 14.
Wait, do I still have that thing? Heating?
Yes.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Until the DC gets up to like 20, you should be good.
Cool.
17.
Nice.
25.
Huge. Yeah,
Dang.
you're fine. And we're sorry you have such a big bonus to con
Ancient.
saves.
I got a natural 19.
Yeah,
so.
you're good. So the cold is tough to march through, but you march on regardless. After about an hour, you guys make your way down this part of the mountain and start going up the actual huge towering mountain that Kinma is set on. About halfway up there, you find this lake. It's not massive, but it is bigger than a pond for sure. You walk up and it is not frozen, despite the fact that you would think that it is. You also notice that as you walk up to the lake, that you do not see the reflection in it. Like Lucian, you said you wanted to get some of it, so you kneel down in front of the lake and you go to put the vial in, and something is not lining up in your brain, so you realize that your reflection just doesn't show up in the lake.
He's a vampire. I knew it.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
It
Why
really
so
does.
pale?
Asking for blood and everything.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're not
gosh.
making a good case for yourself over here.
But you get a couple vials. I'll let you decide how many you get. Anywhere from like 1 to a reasonable amount, like 6.
I'll just get 2.
Okay. So yeah, just make a note that is from the lake at Kinma's Rest. Trekking up the last leg of the mountain. Go ahead, everybody give me another Constitution save. The DC is going to go up again, because you guys are going straight up the mountain, hiking up these carved steps left by these dragonborn tribes. Again, advantage or automatically succeeding in Ava's case.
21. Oh, wait, I'm exhausted. I don't know when I'm exhausted. 21.
Yeah, no, y'all are good.
Constitution?
Yep.
Oh. 18.
25.
Good.
Like 23 with my exhaustion.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Y'all are crazy. Even on
You're
successes,
not cold.
yet no levels of exhaustion, you are still definitely cold. Some of you guys who probably don't frequent mountains very often, like Lucian, Valenrun's built on a mountain, Leo's good, Gwen, you're fine. But the rest of you, probably starting to struggle to breathe just a little bit. Air's getting really thin. It's very cold, so it kind of bites at the inside of your mouth when you breathe. But you guys trek up and up and up for what feels like ever, until eventually you get to a little open, almost circular stone flooring, and there's just a wall of ice in front of you. Gwen, this is where Kinma's Rest is supposed to be.
Dang. How am I supposed to get in there?
Fireball?
Okay, I don't know about fireball.
Well, just throwing out ideas.
Can I light a torch and see if the fire does melt the ice, or?
Yeah, give me a... I'll let you pick investigation or perception. I'm going to give you advantage, because this is something that I feel like you're going to easily pick up on. I'm handing out advantage.
That would be a Oh yeah, didn't roll my advantage. Whoopsies. 15.
You take a torch out from your bag, you light it, and you walk up to it. This ice, you also notice, just like the lake, you don't see a reflection in it. You light the torch, and there's no fire reflected in the ice. You hold it up to the ice, and nothing happens.
What if I touch the ice?
You put your hand forward, a little hesitant. You reach for the ice, and you don't feel the cold air that normally comes off of, anything frozen. You stick your hand up to it, and as you go to touch it, your hand phases through the wall, and your hand completely disappears. It's just your wrist.
Oh, sick. Okay. Bye, I guess, guys.
What? Wait.
I mean, I don't know. Can you guys touch it?
Who wants to be the guinea pig?
I'll, like, take my hand back out.
I'll put my hand up.
You put your hand up, and it just goes right through the wall.
Okay.
It looks like
Anyone else want to
we're all
try?
fine.
I still don't trust it. Rosaries, please.
I'll try.
Why
All
would
of
not
you
trust
who
it?
put your hands up, your hands just phase through the wall. You don't feel any more cold than you do just out in the weather.
All right,
rubbish
Gwen just
defense
hops
system.
on in
Uh,
with her egg.
Phenomenal. Gwen, you jump in. The wind dies down as you are in this massive cavern now. The walls are made out of this icy material, almost perfectly carved, flat, and then like some rounded areas. This huge cavern with a 50-foot tall ceiling going up endlessly high. It is so bright in here from the light getting reflected around. You start looking around, and there are corridors that you go through after this first area, some leading to the right, to the left, some going down. But the first thing that I'm going to point out to you is that you start looking around. Will you give me a perception check?
Yes, sir. Nat 20!
You love to see it. This is
Let's
the time for it.
go!
It's like the third or fourth tonight.
Yeah.
I know, it's crazy.
God.
Match
You
the
start
storyline.
leading the groups, and you feel almost like you know where to go. Your ears are tuned up. This place is eerily quiet, but you can just feel a pull off to the right. You start walking over, and as you pass the sort of wall that leads to this corridor, you catch a glance over for a second because you finally do see one of those reflections, but for a split second, before you're able to turn and get out of your peripheral, that reflection over there is about 6 inches taller. It's wearing completely different armor, but wearing the same bow that you are, and also wielding a torch, walking confidently. You look over and it disappears.
Oh.
But you continue on. You lead the group to this other corridor. You walk, down a little bit, trying not to slip on this icy surface. Again, the walls reflecting all of this light, but not seeing a reflection in any of them. All of you, as you begin to pass, also see these little visions out of the corner of your eye. These little reflections that seem to be you, but aren't you. Maybe they're people you knew. Maybe they are you from the past, you from the future, even. You can never quite tell, because every time you look at them, they seem to disappear. After walking down this little corridor, you approach another dead end where it seems like there's just an icy wall in front of you.
I'm gonna touch it again, I guess.
You stick your hand through, and your hand goes through the wall, but on the other side of that wall, the temperature drops 25 degrees. It's freezing in there.
Whoa. I'm still going anyways, I don't care.
You go anyways. So you guys watch as
Yep.
you put your hand in and pull it back out, kind of shake it a little bit. It's really cold. You go past the wall. I'm assuming the rest of you follow.
Yep.
I do.
Phenomenal. You all step through immediately. Before I even get to descriptions, another round of con saves. This one's the highest one. This one's going to be... What was the last one? 14? I think this one's going to be 16.
I
Yeah.
failed.
Failed.
Gwen, did you include
Yeah, I
Rosari's
failed too.
bonus?
No.
Plus,
What was it
Oh.
again?
plus 3?
A plus 3. What was the save again?
Con save?
20.
Yes.
Was it
16.
20?
DC 16.
16.
So you got a
I
20.
still fail.
Yeah.
I
Oh, you still fail? Never mind.
Wait. I got a 16, so that's
Oh, yeah, you pass.
meet B. Yo.
to
I'm
beat.
not good at math. I was doing 2 plus 3 plus my 1 that I have on, like, because I got 11 on my die.
You got a 17. What are you talking about?
And what? I
Yeah.
can't do math, guys.
2 plus
See?
3 plus 1 plus 11.
I can't do math.
Crazy. Did anybody fail?
Yeah.
Okay, Lucian, you take a level of exhaustion. Nothing too major.
Mhm.
You're also just incredibly cold, so like you can't move as fast. Your breath is raggedy. It's even with all of the pelts and things covering you, even with prestidigitation keeping you a little warmer, it is difficult. As a matter of fact, when you guys walk into this room, your prestidigitation completely wears off. Ava, the metal armor that you were wearing that was permanently warmed up completely dissipates as you step into the room.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
It is deeply cold. Ava, you are going to have to make a con save for this. With
No.
that, this is
No.
Okay.
So you shouldn't trust magic.
19 plus whatever.
Oh yeah, you're
Do I
good.
pass? Okay.
So some of you get extremely cold. You walk in, and this huge open, almost egg-shaped cavern, like it comes up to almost like a point at the ceiling, made out of the same icy material. But this one, there are little. It looks like lights floating inside these icy walls. There are dozens of trinkets, gold coins, wooden figurines, art pieces, jewels, everything you can imagine laid out on the ground, adorning what looks like a huge dragon skeleton that, if it were alive, looks to be wrapped up, almost curling itself into a ball. From here, you can see that there is a stream of water, unfrozen, leading out into a small little narrow passageway that goes out at some point in the mountain, leading down to that lake that you saw.
I'm going to have Zim keep an extra eye on everyone, especially Ava.
For
You want to Ava?
offend you. Never.
There's expensive stuff on here. You're not gonna
What?
take it.
I've never in my life.
Gwen, this is your first time in here. Will you please give me a history check with advantage?
History.
History. Yeah.
Where's my history at? 18.
You're looking at some of the treasures left at Keenma's skeleton here. On an 18, you're starting to put some things together. A lot of these wooden carvings do look to be from your Dragonborn group. You know that a couple of the clan, or like the villages around the mountains, whether you want to call them clans or not, did have some luck finding some jewels in the mountain. They were able to make like little trinkets with them. Some of them even made jewelry. Some of them really liked art. So a lot of this does look to be like Dragonborn offerings. Some of them are a little bit different. You notice that some of these wooden things have a lot more flows and curves. Some of the paintings are depicting places that you do not recognize because you've never been there, because they're from other parts of Aeortia. More than half of the stuff here is Elven, not Dragonborn.
All right.
Along with that,
Interesting.
I know I'm having you roll a lot of checks here, but you see Zim pops out of the bag and he's like keeping an eye on the group, looking at this hoard. He would not dare to touch it. But you see him looking at the skeleton, but you follow his eye line. It almost looked like he's looking past it, like not at the large dragon head that is as tall as the entire party. but he's looking through it at the center for whatever this thing is, like the center of the little circle that its body is making.
I'm gonna ask in my head what he sees.
He moves over a little bit and kind of beckons you down and points.
I'm gonna go over there.
You kneel beside him, and you can see
Yep.
at the center of this huge dragon skeleton, there looks to be it's much larger than the one that's at your house, but a large egg that is cracked and shattered at the center of this creature.
Oh. Well, I guess I will just put my offering down, kind of like kneel down in front of the skeleton, put my egg down, and also put a arrow. I don't really know what to say, but thanks for protecting Aeortia when you were alive, I guess. Too bad you weren't alive when the mountain was attacked, but it's fine, I guess. If only Panthea did anything about it, but nope.
As you're talking, Zim is sort of sitting beside you, and as you hit a break, he starts kind of walking ever so cautiously forwards toward this dragon. As he's walking, he kind of avoids some of the treasures that people have left, dodging art pieces and carvings and these other treasures that people have given up. As he gets close enough to the skeleton where he could reach out and touch it, and you see that his eyes flicker and change a little bit. Their normal color is this sort of like pale gray. When he's with you a lot, they kind of almost look blue. But as he walks forward, a couple of flecks start to appear, and it changes and flashes, and you see that his eyes are like a goldish green color. And as he begins to reach up and touch the skeleton, a couple of yellow sparks fly out from his fingers and touch the head of the skeleton. He makes contact and they stop, and you see him close his eyes a little bit, reopen them, and then he kind of scurries back, goes over to you, and his eyes slowly shift back from that golden green to their like pale gray blue color.
What happened?
You guys can talk telepathically, right?
Yeah.
Zim talks in your head, and he's just like, I don't know. I just went up to touch it, and I started feeling something surging, and then I touched her, and then a bunch of memories flashed in my head, but it's confusing.
Like her memories?
I think so.
Did you see a sick-ass kraken?
Yeah.
Then it was probably her.
And
That's pretty cool.
a couple other dragons.
Different colors.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder where they went.
Zim starts trying to recall as much as he can. He's listing them off. He's like, there was a huge gold one, there was a silver one, a white one, a green one, a red one, a black one, and a blue one.
What color is Zim?
Zim is a
He's
black dragon. But he's going through the list: gold, silver, bronze, red, blue, green, black, and white.
Okay. I'll let him kind of go under my pelt, but I still want him to keep an eye on everyone.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to take a closer look at the egg in her bones.
Sure. Give me a perception check. Half of this check is like to pick out the details, but the other half is just how much of it has been lost to time. It would be pretty weathered at this point.
I got a 13.
13's not bad. It's very faded, and obviously it's broken. There's still like the bottom section, but then the rest of it seems to be like crumpled almost in a pile. On a 13, you're a little confused because it is worn and some of the saturation and the color is gone, but it almost has like a warm tone to it rather than a like what you would imagine to be like a super deep blue like your scales.
All right. Anything you guys want to do in here besides steal anything?
Too cold to steal, Gwen.
But you don't know who your parents are, do you?
What? I know who my parents are.
So you
Damn, what the
raised an
fuck?
orphanage.
Yeah, but
Because
that
her
wasn't until I
parents
was
are
like
dead.
9.
Oh, because your parents died in the attack. Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. What about it?
I don't know. Seems a bit odd. No, nothing.
Rosari, Sathira? You two have anything in here you want to check out?
No, I mostly want to get warm.
Same.
Okay.
Are we allowed to leave a gift?
Sure, why not?
I'll leave my first shield. Not the magic one, the one I used when I first got to Erlin's.
Hell yeah. That one still has the names carved in it, right?
I think that one only has the 3 original names written on there. But I'll scratch in Elgwendielle and kind of stick it behind her egg.
Hell yeah.
Cute.
You stick the shield in there, and just very, very faint. But as you set it in there and you scratch that name in there, the 4 of them just spark a little bit, and a little bit of magic lights up and then quickly fades and dissipates. A like brilliant golden, almost like an orangey gold color.
Oh, that's different.
All right, you guys want to head down then? We can warm up.
I thought we were just teleporting out.
Oh, that's right. I kind of want to make the way back down though,
Oh, you
For
want to go
myself.
back?
and then we can teleport if you want. But if you want to teleport now, sure.
Yeah, I'll go down with you, Gwen, but if
Yeah, I'll go down.
others are cold, we'll all be teleporting back in a few hours.
I just want to visit something real quick, and then I guess I can head back.
Leo just says bye and teleports out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Bye.
Leo.
We'll let David decide retroactively if he also leaves a little offering, but yeah, we'll say that at this point Leo's gone.
All right.
I'll put my family signet ring in there.
Same thing. As you guys set it down, it kind of glows that little kind of orangey gold, tiny bits of green in there. Looks like the just faintest hint of magic as you set it in and it nestles into this hoard. Same thing would apply for your shell. Or egg, not shell. Same thing.
What do you reckon might happen if I do that ritual with Zim in here? With
You
the
can
skeleton, I don't know.
Certainly try it.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
All right, give me another con save while you're trying to do this over the course of a few
All right.
minutes.
I'm gonna back up and hide behind my new shield.
It's a 21.
You're good.
Pretty good.
Zim is cold, but he will certainly survive. He doesn't
I'll
want
put
to-
my pelt on him. I'll be cold for him.
I'm gonna throw you for a curveball, but D&D is all about coming up with stuff on the spot. I want you to describe the ritual that you do with Zim, specifically with this
Sick.
skeleton.
I will just I imagine you maybe draw a circle with like chalk or something. So I will put part of, I guess, the skull within that circle, and Zim is on the other side of the skull within the circle, and then I guess like some sort of mini pot or something in the middle for regents. And you just say the incantation, I guess.
Yeah, you start mumbling a little bit in Draconic, talking about awakening the power in a young dragon. Over the course of a minute, you talk all of these words as you're drawing the circle. And as you draw the circle on the icy floor that you guys have in this cavern, the chalk seems to glow a little bit underneath inside the floor. And as you start mumbling, saying these phrases, those little floating lights that I talked about start to swell and gather underneath Zim and underneath the skeleton until eventually they start forming a little bridge between the two. You finish the incantation and you say it, and every time this happens, Zim layers up with the type of magic that you're activating within him. You did this with Rolaris not too long ago, who's a gold dragon, so obviously that like bright yellow color, that bright yellow fire. You finish this with Zim, and the lights all flare up a little bit, and then his eyes light up the same color. It is that orangey gold and green. And
Okay.
Zim like kind of coughs a little bit, and you watch as yellow sparks come out of his mouth, and he shakes them out a little bit, kind of like clearing his throat, clearing his nose. But he bites down a couple of times. The sparks shoot out of his mouth. He shrugs a little bit. Very strong sense of magic from this guy.
What kind of difference do you feel, Zim?
He kind of cocks his head to the side a little bit, and he says, "It's not the same as yours."
It's weird, but that's fine. I'll take it.
But it is strong. Very strong.
Good. At least you got something out of it for you, so. Thought maybe something might happen if you saw in Kima's eyes for some reason. Don't know what that's about, so.
He shrugs a little bit, starts running around a little bit. It seems like he's not cold anymore, at least, but he's walking around with these brilliant, bright, sort of amber-colored eyes, almost. Very happy.
All right.
Excited little guy.
Now I'm ready to go, guys.
Good. I'm freezing.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a last-minute idea to try that out. Sorry.
It's alright.
Well, I'm sure you've answered this before. Where did Zim come from?
You were there for it. We found him
Oh, you did the.
in a cave
Sorry.
during one of our missions.
It was before you hit your head.
Yeah, it was. So
Oh,
might be a little bit iffy.
I forgot that. Yeah.
It's all right. We found his mum's skeleton, and that's the skeleton around one of the towers at school. So
Not awkward for Zim at all.
no, I mean he agreed to it.
Okay, let's get out of here, please.
All right, I take my pelt back off the floor and the regent's whatever it was, put it in my bag and head on out.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean you guys are teleporting back to the school at this point?
Nah.
We have to walk down.
Okay.
Yep, I'm walking down to the village. I want
Yeah.
to visit my house real quick.
Yeah. You guys make the trek back. I won't make you do any con saves because at this point you're about to teleport back to the school and just rest them off anyway. So you're bitter, you're cold, you're freezing, you're tired, you're hungry, all of those things. Sure. You walk back to the village. The whole time Zim is in your bag, kind of restless, almost giddy with energy. And at some point he takes the little notebook that you keep in there for him and you hear him like scrawling in it. But you guys approach the village once again. Everyone but probably Leo, because unless he retcons it, he's gone. Where are we going to, Gwen?
We are going to my house. But on the way there, I want to see. I know it's like snowy, but I want to see if there's any like maybe flowers, a nice shrubbery that I can.
Yeah, there are
Pick,
some
I guess.
like glory of the snow.
Okay, take some of that.
Yeah, just some nice little like bright blue and white flowers that almost blend into the snow.
Just like 2 little handfuls as we make our way back to the house. So did you guys have fun up there?
Yeah, why were there elven trinkets there?
I
Not
mean,
wood elf.
there are elves all over Aeortia. And when Keenma was alive, she could travel where she wanted. And foreigners were allowed up there before
Before they
the egg
stole it,
got
yeah.
stolen.
Gotcha.
So it's not too weird.
Did they not tell you what the benefit of doing this was? Like, you receive a boon or is it just like a passage thing?
I think it's just a passage thing.
Passage thing.
I wasn't told too much because, I was 9 when my village got attacked. So
Yeah, that's fair.
I think you get told more the closer you get to 20.
Oh, did I have to be 20 to put something up there?
Nah, you're fine.
Okay.
You're not from the village. It's fine.
Is there no one in
It's
this
just
area that would...
What?
Is there no one in this area that would know why people do this, or like, is it just like you have to do it when you reach 20 to sort of become accepted?
I don't know, unless you find maybe some other survivors, which I don't know if there are.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So we make it to Gwen's house. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of going inside the house, she goes to the back of the house. And if anyone follows her, there's going to be 2 mounds with some, like, hastily made sort of headstones that are not headstones. And she just sets the flowers down. She's like, I miss you guys. She just kind of sits there for a minute.
Are there any names on the headstones?
You will see, they're like wood, so you would probably see just like badly carved names of her parents. Shorty, you can pronounce them, right?
Of course I can.
Thank you, Shorty.
One of them is Veciphus. It is spelled very erratically compared to most common names. And the other one is Gidris, or Gidris, depending on however you want to pronounce it. I think, Gwen, you probably would have known him by Gidris, like Jyeras.
Okie dokie.
I'm gonna be like standing a little bit off to give Gwen space, but I will use Druid Calf to make the same flowers grow like right where she put the ones that she picked at each of the headstones.
Alright, she returns to the group. If anyone did follow her, cool. If not, also cool. I don't know. Alright, you guys ready to head back then?
I think so.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Hey, Aethera. She's gonna whisper to you. I want you to stay back for a second.
Fine. Okay.
Alright. Bye, guys. See you soon.
Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
She's just teleporting.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Ava's gone, Lucian's gone, Leo's for sure gone by this point.
Leo's been gone.
Ben gone.
Yeah, he didn't even come.
Yup.
Rosari's, I'm assuming, also gone.
Alright, Aethera. We're gonna go
Right.
visit your family now, right?
That's a much longer trip, Gwen.
Does Aethera have her stone out at all?
It's like in her pocket. She's like fingering it. She's like
Okay.
holding it. She's like,
I'm going to give Aethera a big old bear hug, and while she's doing that, I'm going to try to take the teleportation stone out of her pocket.
I'm gonna fail, but I'm gonna try and contest it. There's no way I would actually win against this.
sleight of hand? I take it?
Sure.
Sleight of hand. I know it.
A dirty 20.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's no way. I don't know
All
what I'm
right.
supposed to roll against that, but I lost.
I mean, you could roll a dex save, I guess.
Yeah, I still lost. I rolled a 15.
Yep. Or
Gwen,
snatch.
Gwen undoes the hug after she's like taken the stone, and she holds it up for Thera's head very high,
Gwen,
and with her other hand, she's gonna put it on Athera's shoulder and be like, "You visited my family, kind of morbid, yes. So we get to visit yours now, yeah."
you realize it's not just go walk across the other mountain.
Yeah. We can take a boat. Or maybe you can transform into like a fish or something. I don't know what you do, and then I can ride you back. Can you do that?
No, no. I can't do anything that swims yet.
You're questioning it, which makes me think you might be able to.
I don't know what the capacities of wild shape are once you can turn into fish. Maybe you could turn into a fish big enough for that, but I can't turn into fish yet.
Okay.
But even if I could, I'm not going back there. I can't.
Why not?
I'm just... They don't...
Just a little surprise visit.
They don't
Won't hurt.
want me. Gwen,
They don't want you.
I'm not allowed.
Why not?
Because I told you about the druids.
Mm-hmm.
And when they left our village, they didn't do so very peacefully. There was a lot of fighting, and they were forced out. And ever since, my village is not very welcoming of people who have stronger druidic gifts. So when a child presents as having a strong druidic gift, you're given the choice of not pursuing it or leaving.
So they know you have this thing.
They know.
What if we put like a hat on you to hide those horns?
It's not worth it. Gwen,
I would say it's worth it. We should take a quick trip over there. If something bad happens, we just use the stones and get out.
I want to go back someday, but I want to go back right.
Okay, well, what if we don't visit your family, but we just like take a gander? I want to see what it's like over there.
On the island?
Yeah.
But it's just a worse version of this. I mean, it's crazier. There's animals that nobody else has ever seen. And they're all trying to eat you.
That sounds sick. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a great time.
It's really important to me to only go back when I'm ready. My mother was also a very strong druid, but she wasn't one of the bad ones, and so when they were being kicked out, she fought against them and they killed her.
Oh. I'm
And
sorry.
well, I mean, you lost both parents, so okay.
Yeah.
But I want to go back. But I want to go back as strong as her to show them that it is possible to be both strong and caring. And I don't think I can do that.
Okay, what
until
if...
I'm ready.
Hear me out. We don't visit your side of the island, but we visit the other side of the island and look at those bad druids and see what they're up to, and then head
What
back.
if you don't think they'll like kill us?
They might, but we can just kill them. I've done it
I
before.
don't know if we're strong
I'll do
enough
it
for
again.
that. And you have a death wish.
Yeah. I might. It's just called Vengeance, Aethera.
I'm not sure if that's healthy.
I don't know. Seems pretty healthy to me. Look at how far I've gotten.
Mm.
Come on, you don't want to just take a little visit?
Shorty 22.
Damn.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
If we stay on far away from my village, we could go, but we hit these sending zones as soon as it gets dangerous.
Dick. Okay, yes, let's do it.
You're crazy.
Thank you. Gives you good life experience.
All right.
Gwen, please don't tell the others. I'm not really comfortable. They won't. I'm not sure they'll understand everything like you do.
I won't tell them. I'm not quite sure exactly what you didn't want me to tell them, but I won't tell them all of what we just talked about just in case. So
I'll tell them someday.
it's a deal.
Phenomenal. Well, sitting here in the bitter winds of your desolate village, you guys begin trekking back through Aeortia, heading through the actual forest, up north toward the wild land of Veratum. And we will see how that turns out. As of next week, we will actually pick up when the semester picks back up, so the summer will be over. So,
Yippee!
how that adventure turns out will, as of right now, remain a mystery. But in the meantime, fun little adventures. We have a couple of weeks, almost 2 months left of you guys adventuring out for the summer and doing your thing. So we'll pick back up, getting back to the school and having a fun time adventuring that way. But in the meantime, I think that is yet another arc finished up for good old Loomis. So we will catch you guys next time. I can see that multiple of our people are already dipping out. It's bedtime. Thanks for watching. We will see you next week, picking up, skipping a little bit into the future, and we'll get right back into the fun adventures with that. So, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye-bye.